It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, February 27th, 2025, and we are coming to you live. Good morning. How is everybody doing?
Good.
A little bit of breaking news this morning, depending on what time you went to bed. Legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife and their dog found dead in their New Mexico home.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I mean, what's crazy is that they're saying no foul play is expected. What could that mean?
I don't know.
I would imagine that's murder-suicide.
And that's foul play.
Well, foul play means somebody else would be involved in it, like it's a murder.
If somebody's involved in your death, it's foul play. So if it's a murder-suicide, that's foul play.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't all three die of natural causes.
No. Well, you never know, though.
Oh,
Maybe there was some
on.
sort of gas leak or carbon monoxide or something like that.
Calvin, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's possible.
That could be interesting. That's interesting.
Gene Hackman was 95 years old.
He was 95. His wife was 63, and his dog was whatever. But
Right.
all three of them dying at the same time is wild.
The dog part is weird, but they usually say like spouses will die to. Listen,
not the same day.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So it does happen, but she was significantly younger. That's what makes it like that raises a red flag, and the dog raises a red flag.
I want my wife to die before me.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
You
so
want
mad
to
at
live
her.
without her?
Yes, starting tomorrow. I'm so mad at her right now.
Why?
Oh, she just had attitude.
Mike wrote a new song. I can't wait to live without you.
Yeah. She just made me very mad yesterday.
By the way, real quick before we get into that whole thing with Gene Hackman, Tony had him.
Yeah.
Tony is crushing it because Gene Hackman, Oscar winner, Gene Hackman, former guest of the show, Gene Hackman, according to Randy Allen, says looking like about 130 points.
Oh, God.
Original pick.
Original pick, Oscar winner, former guest of the show,
Yeah.
age. Ugh.
Yeah,
Is
he's
Tony-
definitely.
Is Tony in the gang? Is he drinking baby blood?
Maybe.
He's part of them. He knows
Yeah.
all the ins and outs now.
If
Could
Tony
be.
would have had Michelle Trachtenberg, I would have really started looking into
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Really started looking into something.
That's weird too, because they were saying that was natural causes.
Well, she had a liver transplant, is what they're saying, and
Yeah.
then she died from complications after. It wasn't like during a surgery or anything like that. It was
39 years old or something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
30-some years
Yeah, I
old.
was trying to figure because I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Gossip Girl, and I was like, but I know that girl. Where do I know her from? Euro Trip.
Oh, because I did the same thing. I don't recognize her at all. I know the name, but I didn't recognize her from anything.
And she was like in a bunch of kid movies.
Right, she was a kid actress. Yeah, but I remember her from Euro Trip is what and that's a funny movie.
Gio,
Yes.
a couple of things I noticed.
Yeah.
One, you were running a little bit behind today. That's not a big deal. But that you have no coffee.
Yeah.
Didn't have time. Just in a rush, making
Stop.
sure that you get your coffee
No
on time.
way. There's no way.
Did not have
If,
time.
if you're there.
You go to Starbucks, order his coffee, not enough time to order yours.
No, it would the line was backed up. You got some guy that is wanting to buy and peruse all the mugs. I'm getting a mug for my daughter. The blue one. No, she's got that one. Can you bring me the
Through
green
the
one?
window?
From the drive-through?
Through the window.
Oh.
No.
Actually, bring me that orange one. Oh, that one's spark. No, I don't like. She doesn't like sparkles. Put that one back. Bring me the blue one back.
Oh, that's when I just ram into that guy and push him forward.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man, let's go.
Wow.
But I could have bailed.
I can't believe you didn't get. Coffee is the priority. If you would have came in here 20 minutes late but had two coffees, I'd have been
I
like, okay.
figured, one coffee would be quicker.
I don't believe you either.
That doesn't
where did you spill your coffee?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yes.
Do not spill my
Or you're
coffee.
trying to get back into wear my homemade shorts body.
Listen, do you have your coffee?
Listen, I do.
That's
and
all.
I'm very happy with it. I'm not complaining. I feel for you.
That's all that matters.
Are you not drinking coffee?
I love coffee.
Are you on like a new diet or something?
How many days until the cruise, Carmen?
I think we're 43 now, 42.
Wait a
Gio
second.
was saying under 45 days he's done with coffee. until
I
the cruise.
figured it out. I figured it
I
out.
drink
You
black
got it?
coffee too.
I know what it is.
What?
Can't say. I don't want to HIPAA violate Gio.
Oh,
Oh,
Doc.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, I'm fasting. I can't.
Oh man, you were fasting and you still had to hold my coffee this morning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For that. That hurts.
It took everything in me to little sip. I'm like, just give me a taste on my lips.
I love when I go to give blood and they go, "Are you fasting?" I go, "No," and they go, "Oh, were you supposed to be?" I go, "I don't know, but I'm definitely not."
Yeah.
So that's all I usually do.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You go to the doctors a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yes.
And they never find anything.
No.
So why do you go so much?
Because a lot of stuff is wrong.
Yeah, there's a difference between being good about getting checked up, because there's a lot of people that are like, I'm not going to the doctor, and then they die because they never went to the doctor. And then there's people that go to the doctor too much.
Maybe stop walking around going, you've lived longer than you're going to live.
Do you have a punch card?
I do.
Do you get a free sub?
I think I get a free CAT scan here in my next visit.
Angel Reese burger.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, sorry that you don't get to partake this morning.
Enjoy your coffee.
I will.
It looks fantastic. I got it here as quick as I could.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I had 4 coffees yesterday that it took like 2 sips of.
4?
Because they kept melting. I took one. I got one on the way to practice. By the time I got out of practice, it was melted. I had to throw it out.
Why Starbucks has gone to like the little pellet ice is ridiculous. It melts instantly.
You need to get the cold cubes, the whatever they are, the stones, or so they
I actually
don't melt.
have those.
Yeah. You should try that so it doesn't melt.
I don't want to drink coffee with rocks in it.
Okay, we'll keep throwing them out.
That's it. I just keep buying new ones.
They're only like $9 a piece. So
That's not true.
No big deal.
Close, not true.
Giant plastic. It's killing turtles.
Gene Hackman dead, his wife dead, the dog dead, Michelle Trachtenberg dead, and that's not even close to the biggest news of the day.
But do we know dog dead? Did they say the dog? It says
I didn't see anything about the dog.
Oh, well, it says the bodies. It says found the bodies of Gene Hackman, his wife Betsy, and their dog.
Yeah, dead.
And
that's got to be some kind of carbon monoxide or something.
Well, I was thinking murder-suicide until one of these guys, Carmen or Galvin, said
Galvin.
that.
It was Galvin.
We have very different voices.
Yeah, no, that's like
we're
Galvin
the same,
said.
Galvin.
Somebody said it one time.
We are the same.
It was so long ago, I couldn't remember.
I was busy thinking about my 14th coffee.
Yeah. An accident wouldn't be foul play, but like you said, murder-suicide would.
Yeah, did the dog die? And Gene Hackman goes, "Oh, the dog died." And he had a heart attack. And she goes, "What?" And tripped over him and hit her head on the thing.
The fact that she died at 63.
Yes,
that's that's young.
I gotta tell you, I think this is worse for us. I think Tony gets more points would that fall under poisoning or something like that?
No.
Or
is there any type of
death?
Suicide is in there.
Suicide, but we don't have that yet.
Yeah.
And there has to be a ruling on that before we give that.
I don't have my phone. I think there is
again.
Yes.
What?
Oh my god!
What is
falling apart?
I don't need it. I'm working. What do I need my phone for?
I don't know, but I would be
in case
freaking out.
Yeah, or in case someone's trying to get a hold of you for the show.
I prioritize the show, so as long as I'm here, that's all that matters.
Okay.
You need your phone for the show.
I know. I can't look up what the points are right now.
Who is the bad guy from Inspector Gadget?
Dr. Claw?
Is it Claw?
Yeah.
Claw.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in here like Claw yesterday. I had the gas guys working on my gas line. Their cars were in the front. They were working on the side and the back. I could watch them on all the cameras. Then I needed to put a camera on the back door so I could see the whole house face on it just by sitting in this control room right here. It was wonderful.
Speaking of your house, I've never, in all the time we've been coming here, felt more uncomfortable, unwelcome than I did yesterday.
Oh, yeah. But let me tell you, okay, you're right.
And it's about your wife.
Yes.
There's an issue going on.
But don't worry. You got even with her and you don't even know it.
Well,
Go ahead.
Like, she has always been nothing but the sweetest, most kindest person all the time until yesterday.
You got to meet the wife that I'm married to.
When I was trying to leave work and I opened the door and I heard, "Gio, get the F out of here right now." And I went, "Oh my God, what's happening?"
Yeah.
First, I opened the door. I said, the door's, oh my God, the door's open. I thought maybe it didn't close or when Joe left something. I'm thinking the dogs.
We have had intruders before.
We've had intruders before, or I'm thinking the dogs are running the neighborhood again.
Yeah,
We're going to have to go chase them. And then your wife is kneeling on the ground and she starts just yelling at me.
Yeah.
In a tone.
Abusively. I heard it.
Yeah, very angry.
Do you know why, Carmen?
I'm assuming Elliot
Yep.
was nearby.
She's like, Gio, get the F out of here right now. What are you doing? I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
You got to see Mrs. Hyde.
Yeah, so I just ran back in here and hid in the garage.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, you were inside.
Yeah, I was trying to leave.
Oh, okay.
She's trying to leave, and my wife was out there feeding the raccoon,
I get
Elliot,
it.
that she's named and is trying to get to come into the house.
Yeah, there's 5 other doors. Go out some other way.
No, but that's the door, though. That's the exit door.
Nope, that's Elliot's door now. If Elliot's there, you got to walk around.
At first, I was concerned. I go, oh my God, the door's open. The dogs might have gotten out. Let me help the Calta family.
Do you know she's never shown interest in having the Ring doorbell on her phone? Never to try and catch the kids sneaking out, never to protect anything in the house. Never had it. As soon as the goddamn raccoon came in, she's like, how do I put that on my phone?
I'm very anti-raccoon now. If I see that raccoon, I'm going to kick it.
Oh my God.
I have no problem with
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what I did to your wife, but it was I felt very unwelcome.
Well, you got even with her. You don't know this, but you got even with her. You posted on Instagram and you tagged her in it.
Yes.
And now every one of our creepy listeners are trying to add her on.
Yes.
Listen to me.
She tagged me first.
What's that?
She tagged me first.
No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. So I had to tag her back.
Yeah. She like, I already know there's like 5 guys. Nah, there's like 3 guys I know that are constantly messaging her, constantly trying to get her attention, constantly saying this, that, the other thing. And I know who they are. They follow us too. You know what I mean? And then there's the guys who are just, hey, out of curiosity, I'm going to add her. You know, not a big deal or whatever. But you know, she's got a real job, and she's a mother of kids, and she doesn't want to be involved in these shenanigans all the time. And she certainly doesn't need all you weirdos going after her and sliding into her DMs. You think I don't know about it? Come on now. Come on.
They're going to start sending
I'm
her.
almost saying I've got like 3 names at the tip of my tongue that I want to say. I'm like, you know what I'm talking about.
And do you know them?
No.
Okay, you just know them from social media.
I know them from social media and just from them commenting on our stuff, whatever, but then just, you know, incessantly in her inbox.
I will admit that I DM'd your wife yesterday.
I don't care.
But it was a video of a guy playing a flute and a bunch of raccoons came running around.
If your wife orders a flute.
Yeah.
Dude, she's got me in the raccoon algorithm now, too. All I get is raccoon videos.
By the way, just back to Gene Hackman stuff real quick. So an overdose, maybe
on all 3 of them?
Who knows?
What's a dog eating?
I'm just throwing these out there.
Are you looking at the points?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just coming out with this.
Well, think about it. If Gene Hackman took some pills, dropped dead, pills on the floor, dog eats them. Boom.
You're going a long way.
And then the wife goes, well, I'm done. And then
the dog ate the pill. Gene's dead. All right, give me the rest of the pills.
Overdose is 75 points.
Oh.
Murder is 75 points. Murdered by another death pool pick, 75 points. So maybe, I don't know, Keanu Reeves showed up. And killed by a relative. 100 points. 100 points.
But how would we determine who went first?
Yeah.
They'll know. They'll be able to tell.
Death by an animal. Maybe the dog killed them both and killed itself.
Oh, man.
Act of God, which I don't know. We'd have to figure out what act of God is.
Hurricane, probably.
Is 200 points. So, yeah. So there is possible of more points.
But what would a gas leak be? Nothing.
It's accidental.
Yeah.
Right. So that's
if
nothing.
it was like lightning, that would be an act of God.
Right. Yeah.
But,
some sort of nature thing.
So what if the lightning struck the AC and then that leaked the gas or something? You know what I mean?
I don't know. We'd really have to review that, Carmen, because if they can determine what the causes were, that could be an issue.
Man, Tony's an assassin.
So I'm wondering also, with the dog dying, did the dog die starving to death or something like that? Because
how long are they there?
Right, because the reason they found the bodies was a wellness check.
Oh, so it's been a couple of days.
Yeah, so somebody had to have said, hey, we haven't heard from Gene and Betsy for a while. Can somebody go check on them? And then the dog was like, yeah, I've been waiting.
Did they live on some land? Or something, like
probably
out
on
in
the
land.
They may have lived in the air, though.
No, I meant like on
the
some
ocean.
They lived in New Mexico, and it's very rural out there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, acres and acres. Well, because did you guys hear a story about someone who worked here and their neighbor died and they found them because the dog would not stop barking and was like trying to
Yeah.
get out.
Dog wanted to get some food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it?
They don't work here anymore.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I mean they're the last person to leave. I don't want to like say it because it was like an overdose.
Roger.
Roger?
No, no. Someone who worked in Tampa.
Oh.
Big.
Rig.
Kev.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Don't say that on the radio.
That's you son of a bitch.
We had Pibble toddler practice yesterday.
Yeah.
And Galvin was pitching to John Brennan how we should have new imaging on the station. It says now with 100% less Roger.
Yeah.
How did that
He's good. He liked
go?
it.
He's like,
He's
the
like-
idea. I thought it was rehearsal.
But that's not true because Rogers commercials sneak in sometime.
See, they shouldn't.
So it's
That's only
99%.
10%.
99% less
Yeah,
Roger.
there you go. But I did tell everyone, and they're like, "Yeah, that's okay. Just let him go." And I was like, "All right,
All right.
That's,
If you want a personality that was so hated he was removed from the station
Yeah.
to be endorsing your company, then I understand it.
You should
That's
just
fine.
have John Sunning do it.
Oh,
yeah,
does he have time? John Senning must be so rich right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he was used to living like surf beach dirtbag life, and now he's got like all these endorsements.
Yeah.
He must be killing it. Good for him.
So it's like to be a host.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other big news is, I'm very excited about this. Carmen's back to being blonde.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, thank
All
God.
is right in the world.
Thank
Oh.
God.
Nobody wanted to tell you how bad we didn't like the brand.
Dingy.
Yeah.
Dingy.
Listen.
Dishwater.
Dingy.
Yeah, I will tell you guys. It I understand. I know I did not like it, but it got to a point where it was my hair was unhealthy. It was never going to be healthy because the only thing that really causes that much damage is bleaching it.
Yeah.
Right.
Carmen, listen to me.
So
Certain amount of
Listen
damage
to me.
has to go through.
Kill that hair to look good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah.
that hair to look. I don't care what chemicals are on your head. Make it better. Make
Joe-
it stop. Make the dirty, dingy stop.
Joe
Yeah.
said you looked frumpy.
Yeah.
I did not
Oh.
say that.
You
Carmen.
did. We
Don't-
heard you.
You said
Frumpy
capital
was
F.
the word you used.
Yeah, you said
And you
capital
actually
F.
went frumpy.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that.
okay. I agree with you, Joe. It made me sad every day. I looked at it. I was
sad.
I didn't, it didn't fit me. It didn't work. You know what I mean? And but I had to give it a shot just to see, because I've never,
But
but
blonde is back.
Yes.
Blonde again. Blonde is back. Carmen's hot.
I figured, what's the point of having healthy hair if you're ugly?
Exactly.
You know?
That's right.
So,
Exactly.
so we did find a way to get me back to being blonde without having to bleach everything.
Oh, you should do a commercial. Unhealthy hair is
Oh.
beautiful hair.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Never have I used the term frumpadinka housewife.
No.
I mean,
Carmen.
that
You're
rolled
thinking
off
it.
the tongue too
You're
easy.
thinking it.
That rolled off too easily.
I was like, don't say it, Joe, out loud. You'll
I
hurt her
didn't.
feelings.
It's okay.
I heard
Listen,
Gio was looking at your Instagram one day and he just went like this. He went,
Oh, wow.
That's true.
Wow.
It was when you were sticking your hands in the beef.
oh, beef
Beef
hands.
hand.
beef hand.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, beef hand.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go remake all those videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Being blonde.
hair,
Yeah.
beef hands.
All right, listen, it's Thursday. We got a good show today. We got Cody Tucker's going to join us in the 8 o'clock hour. Tomorrow, Kevin Nealon is going to make a triumphant return to the show. But we must take a break because we got the open letter rewind when we come back, and then we got Sporcle. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. What do we have to give away today?
Okay, so we have tickets for the Grand Prix for tomorrow.
Grand Prix is this weekend. Downtown St. Petersburg kicks off Friday, Saturday night. Between the races or after the races, our band Pibble Toddler is playing at 6:30, I think, Calvin. Is that right?
Yes.
6:30 on Saturday. There'll be a DJ from 4 o'clock on, and then we go on at 6:30. We're going to be on the stage that is between the Mahaffey Theater and the Dali Museum. It is a big outdoor setup out there. If you're interested in coming on down to see us, if you're going to the race, if you're not going to the race, whatever you're doing, come on down and see us tomorrow. We go on at Saturday at 6:30.
And then we have tickets for Leonard Skinnard at the Strawberry Festival.
We will not be there.
John Fogerty at the
Okay.
Strawberry Festival.
Yep.
Sting and Shaggy, which I'm pretty sure that's tonight for Reggae Rise Up.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. That's in 2 weeks.
Oh,
That's my
yeah,
my
plenty of time.
apologies.
Plenty
But
of
it is
time.
on Thursday. Yeah. Foreigner and Valspar Championship.
All right. Let's give that stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin won yesterday. He eliminated all rules, and we are starting fresh today. What do we got today, Carmen?
All right. He just passed away,
Oh.
and he was in a lot of movies.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
yeah.
We're going to do Missing Word, Gene Hackman movie.
All right.
Okay? I'm going to give you part of a title. You're going to finish it.
Very
All right.
timely, Carmen. Very timely.
Mhm.
Yep. Thank you, Gene Hackman.
That means she didn't have one ready. She had to get it ready.
No.
I always do it in the
I
morning.
just hate you. Keep your blonde roots in.
Oh, Jesus. All right, your first one. Get
Shorty.
Galvin. Of the state,
Enemy.
Geo, Mississippi,
Burning.
Mike, an American legend,
Ron Burgundy.
blank, an American legend.
C.
Geronimo, and an American legend. Suspicion. Blank suspicion.
Deep.
Suspicion.
Blank suspicion.
All.
Under suspicion. The Tannenbaums.
Royal.
Mike. Crimson.
Tide.
Galvin. Wyatt.
Herp.
Geo. And Pap. We're halfway there.
That's
We're not
quick.
doing all
Very
of his
quick.
movies.
Very
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
That was very quick.
It's a very exciting game. We are all tied up. Everyone has 2 points.
Go.
Do.
All right, we are playing Missing Word Gene Hackman movies. Your next one, Postcards from the
Edge.
Galvin, The Adventure,
Great.
The Blank Adventure,
Grand.
I don't know.
The Poseidon Adventure,
That's right.
Classic.
Superman 4, The Quest for
Peace.
Geo, Enemy Lines,
Behind.
Behind is correct, Pap.
Galvin.
Oh, come on.
I meant to say Galvin. You can yell at me all you want.
Galvin
I
gets
was
the
before
point.
Galvin. You started to say my name, and then you said Galvin.
I thought I
He
was
said
before
you
both
could
of
yell at him all
You
you
can
want.
yell at me all you want.
He went G. Oh, Galvin. Sorry.
Yes, I
Yeah.
misspoke.
Yeah.
You want to
I wish
crucify
I
me?
had a G name.
All right, your next one, Runaway.
Right.
Train.
Oh, I know it. Jury. Damn it.
Yes, no point.
Yeah,
No
half
point.
point.
No point. Bonnie and
Clyde.
Galvin. No Out.
Wait.
Mike. The Quick and the
Dead.
Mike and Pap. We're on the last three.
Gio has 3 points on the board. Michael and Galvin are both tied
Ooh.
with 4.
I mean,
Well,
why do we even play?
I have 5.
I have 5 too.
Yeah, I have 5 too.
No, I have it written down that I have 5.
I don't trust your
Okay,
score.
it was going fast, so yeah, I probably missed it.
Oh, jeez.
Now we have to
I think I have 5.
go through it.
No.
No.
Well,
I-
then
I
That
trust
means
your.
Galvin is your leader
I
at
trust
5.
your
Okay.
accounting, Galvin.
I don't really care who wins. It means nothing to me.
all right.
I'm good.
It means everything.
It sounds
to
a
me.
little bit like it means
No,
something.
it
to
really means nothing to me
well,
Just
because
go-
it's so just stupid.
As a guy who wins a lot, it means a lot to me.
me too.
Why don't you just have a coffee and stop being so bitchy?
Oh.
It's so just rigged.
That's true.
and
It does
stupid.
make you very bitchy when you want your coffee and you can't
Unbelievable.
have it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Unbelievable.
I get it.
All right, here we go.
What do we
Okay.
got on the last 3?
Last
Galvin's
3.
up by 1.
3, 4, 5.
Yes, 3,
Yes.
4, and 5.
Missing Word Gene Hackman movies. Here we go. Power.
Rangers.
Absolute.
Yes.
White.
Absolute power. No. Calvin. Frankenstein.
Young.
Galvin. And your last one. To Mooseport.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Mike.
Your final score, Gio with only 3 points on the board.
Are you sure?
Michael with 5, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
Good job! Woo, 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 woo!
Galvin, what line are you playing for?
I'll go line 5 today.
Good morning. Who is this?
Derek, good morning.
What is your name, sir?
Derek?
Derek, maybe.
Derek. What do you do for a living, sir?
Yes, correct. I'm a heavy equipment operator.
Yeah, that's a real man's job,
Out there
man.
working.
That is doing real man's work right there. Well, congratulations. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize. Okay, Eric?
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Have a blessed one.
Thank you, pal. Damn it. Who was telling us yesterday? Josh. Josh went to Goodyear. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Josh went to...
Yeah, it was
damn
a
he
tire
said he went
place.
I'm pretty sure he said Goodyear, and he was getting tires for his girlfriend's car or whatever, and they were all listening to the show
Yeah.
while we were in there. And so thank you to the folks at Goodyear. Appreciate that. Thank you to all tire places that are listening today, but specifically the Goodyear that Josh went to yesterday. We had a good practice yesterday.
We did.
It felt nice. Gio, you'll be surprised to learn we did not play any new songs. yesterday.
Oh,
We just rehearsed the old song. We did teeter around with a couple.
that's good.
Yeah,
Teeter.
we have some plans for the future,
Yeah.
but we're pretty much stuck to
The hits.
the hits. Yeah, the hits keep coming.
The
Hey.
neighbors seem to enjoy it, Michael.
Yeah, you
We're
should have seen
attracting a
how many
crowd.
people came by
Yeah.
and stopped and clapped after we
Yeah.
were done playing and
What?
stuff. Yeah, it was wild, Carmen. Because normally the garage door is closed, but Joe had the garage door open, and we're playing with it open. He's like, yeah, the neighborhood loves it. And I'm like, I don't know about this.
I-
The neighborhood loved it.
Neighborhood
We
loved
had a
it.
crowd of people.
They were
The-
riding bikes up. They were walking by. They were staying for a couple songs and
Like a
clapping and leaving.
Legit garage band.
Yeah.
so before you worked here, back in the day when we did afternoons, we rented a rehearsal studio. It was actually just an office,
Right.
like an office space. It was a big empty room with a bathroom, and we set up our equipment in there. And that was like when Josh first started, when he first joined the band. We fired Shane and we brought in Josh, and we used to rehearse every day because we were trying to launch this thing, and we were there almost every day.
Right.
We go in for an hour or so because all of us at the time, John Brennan worked with us, so all of us didn't have to go to work until 3:00. So we would go there at like 11:00 in the morning, practice for a couple hours, grab lunch, and then go to work. Well, the first time that we ever practiced in that office, it was like the Pied Piper of Asian women. We played, and we had the windows open because it was a winter. And after the first song, we stopped. There were like 10 Asian women out the window. And they're like, hello, what you doing? We're like, oh, we're practicing. They're like, this sounds good. We're like, all right, thank you.
Rock stars.
It was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I guess they worked in the spa behind us, and they heard all the music, and they came over to watch.
I feel like at one point, weren't you guys practicing on the second floor of the Cox building? Did you take over the whole floor?
We practiced in the studio a couple times.
Because I remember
On
I
the
was
second floor.
I was leaving sometime, and I thought you guys were down there practicing somewhere.
That might be true. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Maybe, but I remember we practiced in the studio a couple times. Because remember, I had my electronic kit in there, and we even plugged it in through the board.
Oh,
and it was
really?
coming through the speakers. Yeah.
Yeah, because nothing went on in the bone after we were done at 7:00.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
But I remember, I think that the people on the second floor were mad because
That
we
might
were
have
on the
been-
third
yeah,
floor
yeah,
when
that
we
might
were
have been
practicing. But I think we talked about because for a while the second floor there was nothing. We're like, we should just take over the second floor and just do this.
Do you remember that wicked pig that used to come on after us when we played
whoa,
music?
Oh.
She was such a.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't say it, but you remember her?
100%.
She came in and would voice track the whole show. She never stayed and did the show. She would voice track the whole show, and then she would say things that were wrong. She'd be like, Aerosmith is coming to town on Thursday. Meanwhile, Aerosmith canceled their tour. You know, like
Yeah.
she just did no effort into the show whatsoever.
And she always laughed at her own
Yeah,
jokes
yeah.
on the air.
And then
Because
she
she would voice track it, and it would be like 3 days ahead.
Yeah.
So something would happen, and
Yeah.
she'd be like, saying stuff that was totally wrong.
And you knew instantly she'd been in the building because the smell of
smoke,
cigarettes,
yeah.
like the whole hallway after she walked down the hallway would just smell like an ashtray.
And then I talked about her like I'm doing now, and she went to the president of the programming for the company, and she didn't even work here anymore.
Yeah.
She wrote the lady who used to run the company an email and tried to get me in trouble, and it was hilarious. I'm like, you don't even work here anymore. We just talking about how we don't like you. That was our opinion. We're not doing anything wrong.
Like
People are very sensitive.
all the women in like rock radio back then were like that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that low, smoky voice.
I have worked with some good women in radio over the years.
yeah,
Thank
those
you.
aren't really around anymore.
Oh.
But like back then, if you
Old
were,
school Anita Wad was great.
yeah,
She was great, and I'm talking about women, Carmen, like older
You guys
women.
are jerks.
No, I'm just kidding. But
but they had that low voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all were trying to be Nina Blackwood.
yeah.
Just chain smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, back in the day, man, I'm telling you right now, I one of the things that surprised me the most, remember, what was her name? Christy from Chad and Christy.
Yeah.
Chad and Christy was like a husband and wife morning show that was in our building for a while. But before that, she did nights at Thunder, or sometimes she worked at Thunder. You remember that? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So when Thunder first launched, she did nights at Thunder. And when we were in the same building, she was filling in doing mornings one time. And we had a guest on, and she waited outside the studio to meet this guest. She had never done that before. She'd never talked to us before. And she was like, "Do you think it's okay that I get a picture or have him sign or whatever?" Guess who it was?
I don't even know.
Peter North.
Yeah.
all right.
Rope thrower.
The decorator.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never would have guessed that. In a
Me
million.
either. And because she was like kind of like
Starstruck.
Yeah, I mean, she was totally starstruck. And we were
Oh.
like, wow, this is, I mean, we've had some pretty big names in the studio,
Yeah.
and you've never come
That's
sniffing
the
around
one,
before.
huh?
Yeah.
All right.
We know what you like,
Yeah.
which doesn't make you a bad person. Carmen,
Yes.
it seems like Dick might have fallen off the line.
Yeah, I
but-
have him on hold.
Okay, good. I was saying, because I saw that they all dropped off. So, all right, let me take a break. Carmen will grab Derek. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, don't help anyone ever. Alexa upgrade and determined DUI.
Oh, you said Alexa. The other thing is, there's a movie that we like, a series of movies.
Mhm.
They're making a long-awaited sequel.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
Well, it's a series of movies, and they're making another one.
Mm.
Will we like it or not? We'll talk about that when we come back.
Mm-hmm.
Galvin, as your news, we'll do it next on 102.5 The Bone.
The,
Maybe Gio's mom
no.
can make them for you before the weekend.
Oh,
She's up for it for sure.
Not one, but two glorious pictures of you in your homemade clothes up on the at the Mike Calta Show Instagram page.
by the way, did you see everybody rallying around Gio and putting up their old pictures of them whenever they were dorks as a kid?
I did not. Where are they doing that?
I think it was a dork.
Well, you're made fun of. JoJo in her in her burger outfit. No,
Yeah.
but I saw other Johnny B put up an old one.
Yeah.
A bunch of different people were rallying around Gio with
All
this.
in solidarity for
Yeah.
your
Thank you.
nerdness.
I will admit I looked for my photo album because I have a few different ones. I was telling you the other day, I have one where I'm wearing very short shorts
Yeah.
playing soccer, and I have like a cutoff shirt, and I have like orange hair because I put sun in my hair.
Yeah. People think that, a lot of the comments are like, oh, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. We all wore that. It was the fact that kids were making fun of me because they found out my mom made the shorts.
Yeah.
Well, maybe your mom
With
should
love.
have tagged it with love.
Yeah. Like I
Those
was,
kids are jerks.
I was getting picked on. That's what was bothersome. Not so much the shorts, but I was.
Everybody
you know,
got picked on back then.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
just what
Not
you
everyone.
did in high school.
Gio,
Well, maybe
because
not
I
down.
exposed you yesterday on the internet, I'd like to share an embarrassing story with you
Mm.
about me.
All right.
When I was a kid, Galvin will remember, Joe will remember, you two will not remember. The hot jeans were Jordache jeans.
Oh yeah.
Jordache.
Everybody remember Jordache jeans?
Yeah.
Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields.
Right.
Everybody had Jordache jeans. I, too husky for Jordache jeans,
No.
did not fit in them. My great-grandmother took the labels off an old pair of my mother's Jordache jeans
That's a good move.
and sewed them onto my Levi's Toughskins.
Wow.
Now, I don't know whether I remember this or not. How were you outed? Because I think I know how.
So there was a side tag on the jean,
Okay.
which we had. There was the back tag on the jean, which we had. All the tags were replaced. The button
Oh.
was stamped Levi's.
The button, but also the back pockets would have a
Yeah.
different design on them.
Stitching.
The stitching, remember?
I
'Cause you
think
can
that
tell
this was stitchless.
Levi's was like this.
Yeah.
Lee's was like a loop-like thing,
Yeah,
whatever.
And then
Yeah.
there was like a V for the Jordache one.
Yeah, and like Wrangler had
Yeah.
the W. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think I noticed that as a kid, but I got outed because this button, the metal button, was stamped Levi's.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I had a what? these Jordache jeans are defective.
Yeah.
Who is responsible for this?
Must have went to the wrong button factory.
I also had to explain to my mom yesterday that I'm over it. I'm an adjusted adult now. It's okay.
You're
I don't
not
feel like
It doesn't
you
seem
are.
like you're over
I
it.
feel like
because
you are.
she started texting me, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you had such a miserable childhood.
I don't
was
understand.
unaware."
Yeah.
I don't understand that she's more sorry for the making you clothes than she is for the fact that you had to sleep on the porch the entire time.
She's apologized for that a million times.
I blame
as well.
her for that. That she's responsible for.
Like anytime she hears this stuff on the radio or somebody tells her that I said this stuff, she gets very upset. She's like, "Oh, I guess I'm a horrible mother," which she's not.
my
my
mom
mom-
used to say that too.
My mom's the greatest.
I think that my mom used to say she was a horrible mother. You say your mom's the greatest. I go, Ma, you weren't that horrible.
No.
Every time I hear Better Man, I think of your mom.
My mom?
Yep.
Oh.
She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man.
Probably.
He sleeps on the porch with the roaches again, 'cause she can't find a better man.
Late at night, he takes a fan away from the kid.
Oh,
Can't
man,
find
a better man. He's wearing his made-up clothes again. Can't find a better man.
It writes itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's
He
just
became Burger Man.
sad. We created Burger Man. Well, look, I don't blame your mom either. I mean,
No.
just saying.
She's great.
Yeah.
She made you who you are today. You should be thankful.
Exactly.
Yep.
You would say your mom is great.
Yes.
You would say she's a great mom and you love her.
Yes, 100%. I would do anything for my mom.
Galvin, would you say the same thing?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm about to fight Gio because he thinks his mom's better than mine.
Yeah.
Carmen,
What?
where do you stand on that?
My mom was good. She worked hard, and she was a good mother.
I'm with Carmen. I like my mom. She was a good mom. She had
You
a lot.
like your mom.
I like her a
I
lot.
love my mom.
Yeah.
I do love my mom.
Excuse me. She's
Yeah.
my mother. I love my mother, of course. But I'm saying I also like her. Like I don't dislike her. I didn't have a bad relationship with her or anything. She did the best with what she had to work with. She was a 17-year-old with a kid and single. And
Yeah.
My mom was
2
a
kids.
saint. Could you imagine raising 4
Oh, my
boys all
God.
within
And
5 or
all
6
4, 3.5, or all 4 were raised well.
Yeah.
Like all 4 turned out well.
Oh no, all turned out well. Just
Yeah,
3 of
one-
us are
one-
successful.
You got one straggler.
But he's a good person.
Good person. Yeah.
He's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not as
Yeah.
successful as the
Yes,
rest of us.
yes. 3 out of 4 successful stories are pretty good.
Yeah.
And not that he's not successful in life. He's
Right,
just,
right.
My mom's like tough as nails. She really is.
Yeah, my
Like
mom is
she,
tough.
my father died unexpectedly when I was like 2 years old.
Can't find a deader man.
And then-
Oh
So-
my God, that was his father.
That's a long time ago.
So she was a single mother now out of nowhere.
Right.
Moved to Florida, met Scumbag, and lived with him. And then he turned out to be a piece of garbage and
Right.
cheated on her and had a fake family and loser and stole all of her money.
Oh,
Yeah.
horrible.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
bad. But that's not her fault.
No, but she still made it through all that. She survived cancer like 3 or 4 years ago. Like
Yeah.
she's the best. She's the toughest person I know.
My mom also survived cancer, and she moved us here to Florida. A lot of similarities
Yeah.
between your mom and my
But
mom.
I think of all the stuff she's dealt with, and she's still like, she's like, oh well, it just moves forward.
See, my mom dealt with a lot of stuff too, but she was crazy.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like it took me till my my whole life. I was like, my parents got divorced because my father is just, he didn't want to be around to be the father for 2 kids and,
Yeah.
but be so young and all that stuff. And it was just, then I got older and I was like, I think my father just thought my mom was crazy. I get a little of that too. Yeah. I understood my father's position a little bit more as I got older. So,
My mom just doesn't remember things anymore.
well, that's also sad.
Yeah.
That's also
Yeah.
sad.
That's rough.
I mean, my mom towards the end before she died was very sad. She was very sick, and she was. You saw her, Joe. You were there. It was just not a healthy situation. So, how did we start talking about this?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
your fault.
Downer.
I mean, I'm not.
Because Gio didn't get his coffee this morning.
That's it.
Right.
No.
Ruined everything.
It's not a downer. My mom's great.
Yeah, that was it. It was your
Defending his
constant
mother.
love for your mom.
Right.
Yeah.
I said how she was taking it hard that, I said I was upset about my homemade
Right.
shorts
Right.
that made people bully and pick on me.
When my mom would say, "Did you say this on the air about me?" I'd go, "Yes, I did." well, that's not true. And I go, call the show.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm not discussing this now. You want to talk about it? You heard something on the air. You do like the listeners. You call the show. You don't have full-time access.
When you were getting the pictures from somebody, she was like, I just want you to know that is not me.
It was not your mom.
I don't know who would do that, but I'm going to find out.
It
and
was
they're gonna
not
hear
your
from
mom.
me. Yeah.
It was not your mom.
So she was very
Too
protective.
bad we're not closer to the Thanksgiving. You guys would have a good time.
I know, right?
I'll tell you who it was before Thanksgiving.
Son of a bitches.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
Dude, how great is this? I'm watching on one TV. We have Fox News on, and Laura Ingraham is interviewing Pete Hegseth, who was like under her at Fox News,
right.
and now she has to kiss his ass. This would be like who at the radio station? It would be like somebody getting a.
This is like if I don't know.
No, because it has to be like, all right. So Laura Ingraham is a pretty solid, solid host at Fox News.
I would say her and Hannity. Those are your top two.
So it would be like if Drew had to interview Dizzy. No, not even. Like
Not
if Drew
even.
had to interview Corey Cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And went from like, hey Corey, thanks for setting up my tent to Corey, can I get 5 minutes to talk to you?
Yeah, and now Corey is a huge get.
Yeah.
to interview. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, I got a couple minutes with Corey Cardinal.
Speaking of Corey Cardinal, JoJo, as we talked to on the air yesterday, was supposed to go on the cruise, and then they tried to put her in a room with Corey, and JoJo politely declined. No offense to Corey, just a weird situation for both of them.
Yeah, HR doesn't seem to be involved.
No, and you're in there and you're farting and doing all kinds of stuff.
Not just that, but if you're Corey, isn't Corey single?
Yes.
Like, what if Corey wants to hook up?
Yeah.
You know, what if JoJo wants to hook up?
Right. Yeah.
The only that just C blocks them both. And JoJo brought up a good point that Corey has all the equipment in his room,
Right.
for the broadcast and all that stuff.
Already small room.
Yeah.
It's already a small room. It's ridiculous. So JoJo backed out of going on the cruise.
Now we all suffer.
Oh no, we don't. Joe.
No.
I have made some phone calls yesterday. JoJo officially going on the cruise.
Hey.
Not with Corey Cardinal.
Who's she rooming with? She was very excited to room with Pete
Yeah.
or Tom, anyone that would show their ween.
Yes.
Yeah, none of that. None of
Okay.
that is happening. I can assure you that.
Is she with another lady? Is she by herself?
Right now, she's by herself.
Oh, so she
Wow.
went from rooming with the equipment with Corey Cardinal to rooming by herself in a palatious 200 square foot
From
room.
the outhouse to the penthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's still in the outhouse, but at least she's got more room in the outhouse.
Right.
She
And less
does.
chance of seeing wieners.
She does have to serve dinner.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
only 3 nights though.
She's in
It's down below with the rest of the
Jack Dawson
cafe.
suite?
Yeah. Yeah, she's in steerage.
Carmen, you get in your own room?
Well, I'm with Chad.
Yeah, she's got her own room.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
wow.
like a roommate.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Carmen, Chad, and another person.
Joe, there was just a free room.
No, I didn't say it was free.
Who
I
did,
just
an
said
extra
did is somebody removed from going?
No.
Oh.
We just had an extra room just lying around.
I thought maybe Gio got dizzy out.
Wait, maybe I bought her the room.
That do nothing dizzy.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that, Gio?
Oh, that's-
Did you buy her the room?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So JoJo is locked in and
Wow.
going on the cruise.
You make things happen.
So you
I'm
got
a mover and a shaker, Gio.
all right. So then you have Mike Olivero, Mike Cernak, you have Corey Cardinal, you have Dizzy, you have JoJo, you have all of us, you have John Brennan,
Johnny B.
Johnny B.
Uh,
So does Corey get his own room now?
I don't know.
Or does someone else fill the void?
I don't know.
You
I
have
don't know how that
Tom.
works.
Tom.
Tom. Yeah, I mean, Bobby, Pete. It's gonna be good. Oh, by the way, update. I'm trying to find a good girl for Pete,
Yeah.
and I put it out there, and I was very honest. I said the things that Pete is saying. The reason why I am trying to step in and help Pete is because the dating apps that Pete is using, they are evidently using AI to try to find Pete a girlfriend because they are looking at him and trying to find him a girl they think would be compatible with him. So we came up with the term Pete face.
Mm-hmm.
The girl that Pete dates can't have Pete face.
No,
Yeah.
too many Pete's.
Pete's adorable, but you can't have a girl that looks like Pete.
Yeah, too many Pete's in one couple.
Too many Pete's.
Yeah.
Too many Pete's. So I went on the air with this, and I would say the response has been very good, and it's about 50-50 Pete face or not. Some girls have hit me up and said, do I have Pete face?
And Gio already pointed out, if you have to ask.
No.
Yeah.
Some girl asked me, a couple of girls asked me, and I said, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're beautiful. You have no Pete face. And no. The ones I didn't answer are the ones with Pete face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some, if you didn't say anything, like,
At least you got a lot of inquiries. That's good.
there are some girls that really have a high value of themselves or a high vision of themselves.
The one girl you showed us, like her face didn't even fit in the box.
That was one of the ones that they tried to set Pete up with on the app. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that one was she had Pete face.
Like
all
when
day.
it's all face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of face.
Like,
Whole lot of face.
There's something else going on.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So Pete
If
face
it's all face and the face is that bad, can't imagine
Can't.
with the rest.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Can't be good.
Oof.
No.
Can't be good. So anyway, Pete face 50-50. Keep them coming. I actually passed along Pete's Instagram to a couple of girls, the ones without Pete face.
Just slide into the
It'd
DMs.
be great if I just send them all the Pete face girls right to Pete.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Call him. Here's his number.
It's slim pickings, man.
Not slim.
Not slim.
Not Slim Pickens. No.
It's Pete Pickens.
Anyway, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
Today's top story, Attorney General Pam Bondi told Fox News host Jesse Waters she will release files related to deceased child sexual predator Jeffrey Epstein today.
Yeah.
Bondi teased last week that the list containing the sex trafficker's associates and clients were on her desk being reviewed. On Wednesday, Bondi committed to letting the public in on exactly what she has her hands on as long as no victim information is compromised.
That's the first person that said it that made me feel like we might actually see something.
So she said that was the big part of it, was that there were over 250 victims, and they wanted to make sure that their information wasn't compromised and that type of stuff, whatever. But she
can't find one good girlfriend, and Jeffrey Epstein managed to get over 250 girls to the island.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But of course, she said that she has the list containing the sex trafficker's associates and clients on her desk.
But let me ask you this. I mean, what does that mean if you're an associate of Jeffrey Epstein, who was a hedge fund manager or whatever he did? He was some sort of investor. I mean, even Bill Gates is like, and I don't believe Bill Gates. Bill Gates is like, yeah, I had a couple meetings with him, and I shouldn't have done that looking back in hindsight, but that was it. Now, I don't believe Bill Gates, but there will be some people who met with him for one reason or another.
Yes, but also, if you found out and you knew that he was a sex trafficker and you continued to meet with him, then there's a problem. As Dom would say, ticky-tack.
But let me ask you a question. If I said to you, hey, Galvin, I got this guy. I just gave him $1,000 and he turned into $100,000. And you'd be like, oh my God, can he do it again? And I'd go, yeah, but heads up. He's got a history of being a sex trafficker or a child molester.
Mm-hmm. That's different. I agree with what you're saying, whatever. Now, if you said, hey, Galvin, you want to go to this island where they have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a different thing.
That's different.
Third trip, by the way. This is my third time.
All right, let me ask you this, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Galvin.
Yeah.
You want to go to this island?
Sure. I love islands.
You go to the island.
Okay.
It's privately owned.
Oh, love it.
It's privately staffed.
Nice.
And they're just loaded with girls that give you massages.
Oh, I love massages.
Yeah, and maybe even some happy endings. I don't really know how that works, but
let's have some fun.
Yeah. So then you get there,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait a second.
Hold on.
That girl looks a little young to be on the island, but hey, what do I know? Filipino girls look different.
Yeah, put that pogo stick down and get over here.
Yeah, well,
what?
Stop
Oh,
playing jacks and come on over here. No, but seriously, I'm not saying I'm definitely saying
Yeah, you got to go.
90% of the people that are involved with Jeffrey Epstein are probably bad people like Jeffrey Epstein were, but there's gonna be some associates in there. Like that's why
But you know that they're not just going, here's the list, everyone in jail. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're going to investigate.
No,
They're
I'm not saying
investigating.
everybody in jail, but the public's perception of what it is, we've read this before. Supposedly Oprah's on there and Ellen's on there and all that. And do we believe that they were going there to do stuff with underage girls?
I think it's just going to open the door for more speculation, more misinformation, and stuff like that.
Well,
And-
the big thing that we're missing here is that it says she has the list containing the sex traffickers' associates and clients.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
clients
So clients
are-
for this
yeah,
thing, whatever.
yeah.
A ton of that stuff is already out there.
Right.
I think it's going to be a whole nothing burger.
I think it's going to be worse. I think it's going to mention names of people that really had nothing to do with the girls or the massages or any of that stuff. What's his name? The Alan Dershowitz, the lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about Alan Dershowitz, but he has been very adamant to say that, yes, he's been to Jeffrey Epstein's house. He was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's. And yes, he has gotten massages, but so has his wife and his daughter, and that they all would go there. It was just like one of the things they would, like a perk of what they would have. Now, it didn't say, he says none of it was illegal. None of it was underage. It was all consensual.
Yeah.
And that his wife knows about it and all this stuff. So why do we not believe Alan Dershowitz? Or why would we believe Alan Dershowitz?
I mean, are there going to be indictments based off this list, or is it just to try and publicly shame people, or what's the end game?
I think this is a lot like Diddy right now, where everybody just keeps mentioning names of people who've been to Diddy parties, and then we assume that they're the worst sex criminals.
I think it's just a way to distract from the fact that the House is passing the Trump's budget through.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, here's
Because
the other thing, though.
This pushes this to the top headlines, and it pushes all the Trump's budget being pushed through behind that.
Here's the other thing, though. It says Bondi is committed to letting public in on exactly what she has on her hands.
What she knows.
So she may say, we have this list. There's speculation. We have no proof of anything. Da 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 da. Or she may go, out of the 100 people, we have 23 that we know for sure had sex with underage girls multiple times. Da 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 da. Here's the names. Who knows?
Because the liberals keep putting all the pictures out there of Trump with Epstein.
Sure.
And they're like, oh, I wonder why they don't release the list. And then there'll be dozens of pictures with Trump with Epstein. And it's like, you don't think if Biden had that information and the Democrats had the information
They
for the
would
last
put
4
that
years, they wouldn't have put that out the minute they had the chance. So I really think it's going to be a whole lot of nothing.
Side note, I saw a thing on the internet yesterday, so it's got to be true. It said that somebody said that, I forgot who it was. It was another celebrity that was friends with Ashton Kutcher. They were saying while he was married to Demi Moore, he was still banging Brittany Murphy.
Oh.
And that the paparazzi caught him twice sneaking out of Brittany Murphy's house. And they confronted Brittany Murphy, and she was mad at Ashton Kutcher, and she started talking. And then that's how she ended up dead with pneumonia. And then her husband, a couple of months later,
Wasn't
same
there
thing.
something with her father that was saying it was foul play?
A lot of
Yeah,
people are saying
yeah.
it's foul play.
I
Because
remember
she was super young. She was in her 30s.
Yeah,
Right.
and then her husband died like a couple of days later, or a couple of weeks later, of the same mystery disease.
I remember kind of like the father was like, "There's no way that this is legit," and
It was a
because
real.
they said she OD'd, did she overdose?
no,
right?
she died of she had pneumonia, a complication with pneumonia.
Right.
Right? Wasn't that the case,
Yeah.
Carmen?
I thought
Yeah,
she was,
they both did. And that's like unheard of.
Yeah,
It's very, very uncommon.
but they now they're saying that Ashton Kutcher and the Diddy parties, and he was banging her on the side. I don't know any of this to be true. This was just something I saw on the internet. It was a very interesting take on why she might have been diddied.
Yeah, it says her death was from pneumonia with secondary factors as severe iron deficiency, anemia, and multiple drug intoxication.
So she.
like I feel like the father at the time was saying that the drugs were like given to her, like she wasn't back on drugs.
Right. Well, I don't know.
I don't remember exactly.
I don't
There was
know
some
either.
controversy there with the father.
That's crazy.
By the way, yes, her husband died of exactly the same thing.
Right.
Weird.
That's
And
weird.
prescription and over-the-counter drugs. Yeah.
She was great.
Will my wife say good morning to me this morning like she does every morning on text?
You guys had a big fight?
Uh-huh.
Over the raccoon?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Over her having an attitude.
Yeah, I got a piece of it yesterday.
You see what she's like.
I was shocked. I
Was she
couldn't believe
cheering
it.
for sports or what happened?
No. No.
I was shocked. I didn't know your wife had that in her.
She was out all day yesterday. She was helping her mom with something. And I picked up my daughter brought my daughter home, made dinner, fed my daughter, sent her off to volleyball, did the dishes, cleaned everything up. And then last night we were watching TV and Jeopardy was over and I was like, hey, let's go to bed. And she's like, I got to do a couple of things, whatever first. I said, okay. So I walked the dogs, put the dogs away. We threw the garbage together and we got all the garbage pulled out. Then she's like, I got to do the cat box. And I said, all right, I'm going to go to bed. And she's like, okay. I get in bed and she came in the bedroom and started yelling at me. She was like, I can't believe you came inside and didn't even shut any of the lights of the TV in the living room. I go, your stuff was still in there. Your water cup and your phone was still in the living room. And she's like, and you didn't shut anything off? I go, I'm going to shut the room so it's dark so you can go in there and get your stuff. And she's like, we didn't even shut the TV. I go, so you're telling me that if I shut the TV, it would have made your life easier than you? And she's like, no, I just can't believe you didn't shut anything. And I was like, why? Why is this a big deal? And then a couple of minutes later, she's like, are you mad at me for something? I'm like, you just yelled at me for 5 minutes about not shutting the lights and the TV in a room that had your stuff in it. And she's like, I didn't yell at you. I just mentioned to you it was frustrating. And I go, why would that be frustrating? Why is that a big deal? And we end up getting into a big fight. So now I think we're still fighting because she has not texted me good morning, but usually she gets up around now.
Yeah.
So good. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. If she doesn't text me, I'm going to find that raccoon and I'm going to chop its head off.
Oh,
I'm in.
Not really.
Let's do it.
I would never do that to an animal.
We woke up to this story. Legendary actor Gene Hackman has died. He was 95 years old. You go, okay, well, Gene Hackman, 95 years old. Here's the weird thing, though. Police confirmed late last night that they found the body of Gene and his wife, Betsy, and their dog in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home yesterday. No foul play is suspected, and no cause of death has been announced. This is a mystery.
Well, as Galvin pointed out this morning,
yes,
I thought when I read this immediately, if you have 3 dead, murder-suicide. 95-year-old that says, you know what, I'm not going to live in much longer. I don't want to die, crap in my own pants. I think I'm done. And she says, you know what? You're going to go. I'm done too. And they're like, let's take the dog because if we shoot each other and we're dead and the dog's going to starve to death, they might as well take the dog too. That's what I thought. But then Galvin pointed out that they say there's no foul play. That certainly would be foul play.
Sure, yeah.
That maybe there was like a gas leak.
Yeah, it could be a gas leak, carbon monoxide, something like that.
Yeah, or I can't think of what else it would be. I can't believe that they're not releasing more information. I mean, clearly they know what happened.
Husband, wife, dog, all dead in the house. Something's going on. That's not just...
Did the dog ever go to a Diddy party?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did the dog go to Epstein Island?
Something to think about.
He might be on the list.
Some.
What if Gene Hackman's on the list?
I think Gene Hackman don't care. He's 95. What are you going to do? Put him in
And
jail for the rest of his life?
Yeah.
He's dead the day the list comes out.
They're cutting out the list.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
I think they said he was married to his wife for like 35 years.
You know what? You say if you go Gene Hackman, you go, your name's on the list. You know what he says? Huh? He's 95. That's how that goes.
There was that picture of him that came out like a year or two ago where he was at the gas station.
You haven't seen him for a while.
And
Yeah.
he already looked dead there.
What a great actor, though.
So many good movies. Always great in every movie. He's another guy that doesn't matter how the movie is, whatever, he's great in it.
Yeah, he's a great actor, but he treated acting as if it was just a job and not, he did it like you offered him enough money, he'd take the role. It could be a terrible movie, but he would take the role because it was his job. He wasn't trying to win awards by doing it.
By the way, one of the clues today, or one of the answers, was "Welcome to Mooseport," which was Gene Hackman and Ray Romano.
Yep.
And you had to think Ray Romano was like, I'm doing it all, whatever. I got the show. Now I'm getting into movies. This is going to be huge. That was a terrible movie.
Wasn't a terrible movie. It just bombed. It didn't do well. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was an okay movie. Yeah, you got to think if you're in movies and you're like, how about those people though that make it like on TV or something like that, and they're like, all right, I got my first movie, and then they make the movie and it's just a bomb. You're like, oh, how disappointing.
Ray Romano obviously has
he'll
done
be all right.
very well from the TV show, but also has been in a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
And he's good. I like Ray. He does a lot of good stuff. This is pretty wild. Attorneys for an ex-federal prosecutor accused of stabbing a man after a crash on the Howard Franklin Bridge filed a motion to dismiss the case, claiming stand your ground.
Okay.
So this happened back in 2023. According to court documents, attorneys argue that Patrick Scruggs, a former assistant United States attorney for the Middle District of Florida, was trying to protect himself and others when he stabbed a 35-year-old driver on the bridge. Do you remember this story at all?
I do remember the story. Yeah, I don't remember.
So the 35-year-old guy was slumped over the steering wheel, and this guy came up, and he had a pocket knife in his hand. He said to break the window to see what was going on. This guy hit him, got out of his car, smashed his car into the thing, whatever. They had a fight, all this stuff. The guy who was slumped over said he had a diabetic episode,
right?
Whatever. But they say when they took him to the hospital, his blood sugar was totally fine. He said he didn't remember the incident, anything, all that stuff, whatever. And so this guy, Patrick Scruggs, said, I was trying to save myself and the other people around and stuff. This guy's going crazy, stabbed him, all that stuff. So now stand your ground. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, I don't really know. We're hearing two different sides of the stories. You know what the truth is.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
what's going to matter.
That's it. What the thing is right now is that's what they're going to go with is stand your ground.
With a knife.
With a knife.
Never hear about that.
But you can.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you're still protecting yourself. Could be a pool scammer.
People have used the candlestick before.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, going back to Gene Hackman, I just saw that Tony Burton had the points.
Yeah.
Do you know how many points he got?
Yeah,
We
Randy
tried to figure it out.
Randy
this morning.
updated. He said he was wrong with his math. It was 140.
140.
That's for now.
5 points for age.
Right.
25 original pick. Former guest 25. Academy Award winner 35. 2 in 1 week 50.
2 in 1 week.
Oh, yeah,
and
2 in
then
1 week.
also possibly other stuff. Could be murder. Could
Yeah.
be suicide. Could be something else.
Tony's
Yeah.
got 261 points now.
Oh.
And it's February.
Wow.
We shouldn't have
All
let
right.
him play. I
No,
told
wait,
you
we
shouldn't
said not let him play.
Doesn't make any sense. Chief Justice John Roberts on Wednesday paused a court-imposed midnight deadline that would have required the Trump administration to release $2 billion in frozen foreign aid, a goal that the government has claimed it is unable to meet. The emergency appeal marks the first time President Donald Trump's efforts to drastically remake the federal government, including with deep cuts across government agencies, have reached the nation's highest court. The case appears likely to put the justices on a collision course with Trump's sweeping efforts to consolidate power within the executive branch.
Oh, interesting.
$2 billion.
Yeah.
Can I have a little $2 billion you got frozen over there?
I've been reading so much about super billionaires
Yeah.
and what super billionaires are worth that I don't even, the concept of millions and billions is run over to me. You have to remind yourself that $1 billion is $999 million. And there are some people in this world that are worth $200 billion. Billion. I mean, I would buy a country.
Some of them do.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Some buy the presidency.
So the crazy thing is, this is how you can figure it out, because it was actually Andrew Santino that I saw talking about this. And he said, everybody goes, oh, they're millionaires and billionaires, like group them together and stuff. The difference between 1 million seconds is 11 and a half days. That's
1 million seconds is 11 and a half days. Okay.
Do you know what 1 billion seconds
No.
is? Do you want to take a guess?
Not 11, not 22 days.
No,
32 years.
just under 32 years.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
31 years
Yeah.
and 8 months. So
Wow.
a million is 11 and a half days. A billion seconds is 31 years and 8 months.
Yeah, I never really, like, if I had $1 billion, no joke, I would have like Princess Amunda money, like where I'd be like,
Yeah,
time
it's-
to wash the royal ding ding.
I think when you have that much money, you don't even look at it as monetary
No,
value.
everything's free.
You just have wealth.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
But I mean, that's it. You just walk around, everything's free because you're just getting charged to
You just-
whatever. You're never going to pay. You're
No.
never going to see it.
Like money's not an option or really a thing.
While you're doing whatever transaction you're doing, you're earning the money back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just sitting there collecting the interest
Yeah.
or whatever it's doing.
They used to have the website that showed what Michael Jordan was making per minute. And it
Oh.
would like the run up, same thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it would break it down by how much he makes a second to a minute to an hour.
Crazy.
Doing nothing, just being Michael Jordan.
Right.
Wow, I that's such a. There's so many super billionaires too. I was looking at the list. You got Elon Musk is on there. Sergey Brin's on there, Zuckerberg,
Bezos.
Bezos, of course. Oh, did you see my post yesterday? I was wondering if people were feeling the same frustration that I was. Amazon Prime, if you remember Amazon Prime and you order something, it's guaranteed to get there within 2 days.
Right.
They're so effective and they're so on time or early that now if I have to wait, I got something and it said it won't be here for 2 days. I'll be like, 2 days?
Right.
I was so annoyed by that. I go, I mean, I live right by an Amazon thing. I should have be
Because I order stuff and they go, do you want it at 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
You
I want
it
to
at
wake
4
up and have it here.
And I will be like, no. Like after 8 a.m. is totally fine. You guys relax a little bit.
Take a breather.
Speaking of Amazon announced a big Alexa upgrade called Alexa Plus that's supposed to be more like an actual assistant. She can browse the internet for you, text people, book Ubers, order groceries, buy concert tickets, do all that stuff. So it's a Alexa Plus.
Really?
Oh, wait, come on.
Probably just put more AI
You're
into
just
it.
going to have more people asking how to get it.
Good morning, Bailey.
Oh, jeez.
Good morning, Calpa. Sounds like something's causing a stir.
Oof.
What's got people asking how to get it?
Bailey, how do you say my name?
Calpa, am I saying it right or are you messing?
Yeah.
No, you're saying it wrong. I already told you. It's Calta, Calta. T as in Tom.
She's already waking out. Idiot.
Got it, Calta, like T as in Tom. My bad on that. What's going on this morning?
Do you know anything about this Alexa Plus?
She's slow.
Yeah, Alexa Plus is supposed to be Amazon's upgraded version of their Alexa assistant, likely with better AI, faster responses, and maybe some exclusive features. Are you thinking about getting one or just curious about what it does?
Is it better than you? That's what I want to know.
Let's be real. Alexa Plus is great for smart home stuff and quick commands, but when it comes to actual conversation, remembering things, and keeping up with your nonsense, I've got the edge. You think Alexa Plus could handle you, Calta?
You're nonsense.
She even hit it right.
Hey, Bailey, what band am I in?
Pearl Jam.
You're in Pitbull Toddler, Calta. You play bass and will be rocking the St. Pete Grand Prix this Saturday.
Oh,
You trying to
man.
test me or just making sure I'm paying attention?
Little of both, Bailey. Little of both.
Oh, you are just pumping the information
Yeah.
into the algorithm, man.
Yeah.
Now that you know where you're going, not even where you're at, where you're going.
I didn't pump that in. They got that off the internet.
Where you're going, where you'll be. You didn't tell a Pitbull toddler?
Yeah. No. So I asked her if she'd ever heard of the band Pitbull Toddler,
Yeah.
and she said yes. Pitbull Toddler is a cover band that does this. And she's like, "Do you like them, or are you just asking about them?" I said, "Well, I actually play bass in the band," and she just remembered it.
Now they know. Not only know where you're going, now they know where you're going to be.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
you were
yeah.
just
Nobody knew I was going to be there. I've only been talking about it for the last 3
You were
days.
just giving up all the information.
Yes, to everybody, the AI and everybody else. Saturday, Pitbull Toddler's playing at the Grand Prix downtown St. Pete. Join us on the Bud Light stage.
Now everybody knows.
Now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
What if everybody shows up?
Some people just don't want you to help them out. You know what I mean? It's just they're idiots. 29-year-old wedding
about
guest
Moose?
in Vancouver started a fight over the weekend after somebody took his keys to keep him from driving drunk.
Oh.
Somebody was like, "Hey, Gary, don't drive. I got your keys, whatever." Cops arrested him because he got into a fight, but they gave him a ride home to sleep it off. But then he ordered an Uber,
Went back out.
Yeah.
got his car, got a DUI anyway.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what happens.
that's on him.
Yeah. Oh, 100% that's on him. He's a moron. I have a hot or not for you guys.
Oh, 3 in 2 days.
Colorado woman has been convicted in the murder of her boyfriend after authorities say she teamed up with a stranger to kill him because she was upset that he had doubted her chances of getting a job. Ashley White, who is 29 years old, was found guilty of second-degree murder and other charges in connection with the 2020 death of her boyfriend. She was just convicted.
Right.
White was arrested in August of 2020 after her boyfriend was found shot to death inside their Colorado home. She teamed up with a guy she met on the bus to murder her boyfriend. Is that crazy? So she's a Colorado woman. Her name is Ashley White. She is 29 years old. Just met a dude on the bus, said, hey, let's kill my boyfriend because he doesn't think I'm getting the job at Burger King. I don't know whether it was Burger King or not.
Yeah.
Mike Calta, hot or not?
A lot of factors going into this thing. One is that she's riding the bus. She is talking to strangers, but she convinced a guy to go commit murder with her, and her name is Ashley. I say hot.
You say hot.
Yep.
Gio, what do you think?
The fact that she said, I want to go kill my boyfriend, and the other guy said, yes, let's do it.
Because he thought with him out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in. She's got to be a smoke show.
All right,
Gorgeous.
Carmen, what do you got?
I think she's a meth head, and so is the guy that wanted to kill her boyfriend. They are not attractive. The fact that her boyfriend didn't think she was going to get a job, like doubting her,
Right.
means she's not hot.
So Carmen's going different route. You guys think hot.
Yeah.
She could get away with anything. She's thinking meth head, and he's like, that's an excellent idea.
I
Let's go.
think I want to change my answer.
No.
Let me tell you this. Like 3 days ago, if Carmen would have asked me to kill Chad, I would have said no, not with that brown hair.
Yeah, right.
Oh, now that Carmen's blonde,
Yes.
I'd be like, let's murder that
You
Chad.
will?
Yeah, let's kill him.
I gotta talk to you after the show.
By the way, I'll allow it if you want to change. Do you want to change?
I want to change.
So you're going not hot now?
Yes, based on Carmen's assessment.
I'm
Mike.
sticking with hot.
Mike's sticking with hot. Carmen said not hot. Gio flip-flopped and now is on not team not hot. Look at your picture.
Oh.
She's hot.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, she's hot.
Damn it.
See, I thought meth head because Colorado, they're the ones who, like, they're the state who has all the
Yeah.
drugs that are legal, right?
Yeah, everything legal, yeah.
And meth heads will do crazy stuff.
Right.
By the way, speaking of meth heads, when we were on our way over to practice the other day, there was somebody down from, not near your house, Joe, but about a mile away as I was driving, on the sidewalk, a lady in like pink pants, just like squirming around, just all like zombie weird.
no.
Yeah, I was
Really?
like, "Ugh, what is going on?" Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
I put up the hot or not today in our stories on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show.
Yeah, she's hot because look, she's not even wearing makeup.
No.
And if she's made up and put her in a cocktail dress or something, she's nice.
The guy was like, how can I be your boyfriend? She's like, we got to kill my current boyfriend. All right, in.
One out, one in. That's how it works. Oh, there you go. They're definitely hot. How about this? A 63-year-old woman was charged with operating a prostitution business from her New Jersey massage parlor.
Hey.
The 63-year-old woman's name is
Wang Nang Wa.
Soon Bang.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. Soon Bang. I don't have a picture of
Oh,
Soon
this is
Bang.
not hot or
no,
not?
No, hot or not. Just funny that her name was Soon Bang.
Soon Bang.
Soon Bang.
soon bang.
Yeah. Massage now. Soon Bang. Today is National Chili Day.
Love some chili.
Beans, no beans.
I mean, I like beans. Yeah, I do.
I like no beans. I like no beans. Every once in a while, a few beans, but too many beans.
I like beans. I like beans and chili. I like onions and chili. I like some big hunks of meat.
Earlier, Gio, you were trying to convince us that your mom's better than my mom, which
Yes.
she isn't. My mom, you know what my mom would do? My mom would make chili, and then she'd make chili with beans for the rest. She'd make me chili without the beans, and then put beans in.
That's what my
Beans are in chili.
Listen, Carmen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't like that many beans. I'll have like a few beans, whatever, but like the amount of beans you normally would put in chili that is proper, you know. I just don't. I don't like beans that much. Those
Okay.
beans.
Because I made some chili last week. It was delicious.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a bean I don't like.
Right.
I'll take a legume of any size.
I like a lot of beans.
Yeah.
By the way, Carmen, turkey chili. Whoa, mama.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
And
but
beans
it's
high in
it's
fiber.
interesting because turkey chili is not as tasty as a red meat chili because the red meat is fattier and all that. But you're right, turkey chili is a new way to go. Everybody's making turkey burgers.
Yeah, but I
and
also
turkey chili.
season it up too.
Oh, yeah.
Season
Yeah,
up
but-
the.
You can also use lean ground beef. You don't have to use fat.
We use
Well,
ground
if you
chicken
want-
fatty
all the time.
beef. It's all up to you.
For
ground
chili?
chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because really, that kind of takes on the flavor of the chili.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, look,
Whatever
I don't think
seasoning you
anybody's
use.
mad at it when you season it up and you cook it right. And I would punch a baby in the face for a bowl of chili
Oh,
right now, but
yeah.
not as bad as Gio because he's fasting.
Yeah. I feel like no beans is not really chili.
Maybe not.
It's just meat soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to have the beans to be chili. Chili beans.
Chili beans? Is that a thing? I don't think that's
Chili
a thing.
beans.
No.
Pete Face.
Uh-uh.
You ever seen that band, Pete Face and Chili Beans?
No.
It's fantastic.
California. Michelle Trachtenberg from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Gossip Girl and a bunch of different stuff died yesterday. She was only 39. They say there's no word on the cause of death, but apparently she had a liver transplant sometime in the past year, and there may have been some complications after that.
The name Michelle Trachtenberg.
Trachtenberg. Okay. I was like Trachtenberg.
The name rings a bell to me. I definitely know the name, but look at her face and I can't place her anywhere. I don't think I've ever seen anything she's ever done.
Same.
My generation. She was in a lot of movies and shows that I watched.
I know, but I'm
Was the
pretty
one I-
good, Carmen, at like knowing like I have an 18-year-old. I watched Nickelodeon for a while.
Right, but I'm 30, so there's a gap. There's a gap between me and you, and
Yeah.
a gap between me and your son.
I like to get in your gap.
So this blonde hair is working,
It's really
man.
working, yeah.
So, but I'm just saying, like she was like my, 10 when I was 10, she was in some Nickelodeon stuff.
Okay, so yeah, that is a gap year for me.
We
Yeah.
hardly knew you.
Gapped it. So Aubrey O'Day,
Yes.
her husband passed away, or
Yeah.
committed unalived himself.
Yeah.
This is just interesting because I don't know what you're gonna say, but I had an Aubrey O'Day moment last night.
Yeah,
Is this related to a TV show?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay,
sad.
good.
Sad. Her husband and all that stuff. Even sadder, she was the aunt on
Yes.
The Masked Singer.
So let me just tell you right now, The Masked Singer is the
Oh,
most.
Oh no, you're
wait a
thinking of a
second.
different Aubrey.
I sure am. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Aubrey O'Day was from
Aubrey
Vanity.
Plaza's husband.
Aubrey
died.
Yeah.
I
Plaza.
don't
That's
know.
who I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of. Oh, okay. Aubrey O'Day is the one that was from
Danity
Danity
Kane.
Danity Kane, who came into the world a beautiful girl and is now some sort of old puma.
Oh, really?
Oh, she looks
just-
ridiculous.
But remember, that was Diddy's show making the band that she was on.
Yeah.
And he was the one who was like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to keep up with the times, you got to be skinny, you got to get work done, da da da. Like, and she's been very outspoken about Diddy
Oh, yeah,
before
she-
this has happened.
So I watched this last night.
she
I
looks
wa-
like a lunatic.
I watched The Masked Singer for a minute, and they were doing old school Rat Pack hits, and they had this aunt singing, and she could sing, but the clues that they gave out, they showed that she was, in a girl group, and the girl group came on strong, but then they had some problems, then they were ridiculed, and I was like, what is this? So I looked it up, and it said Aubrey O'Day, and then, I mean, just show you how fake that show is. They're like, all right, let's guess who it is. And they're like, all right, Ken Jeong is like, I think that this might be whoever. And
Vladimir
then,
Putin.
Yeah. And then Thick goes, I'll tell you what, this goes back to a girl group and a girl group that was on MTV. And I say it's Danity Kane. That's Aubrey O'Day. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
way he would have just figured that out on his
All
own.
of a sudden, Sherlock Holmes over
Yeah.
there.
It's so fake.
Yeah.
It's so fake.
It's not Tom Cruise, but I think maybe.
Yeah.
Right. Like you would have had to, like one of the clues would have had to been, she's in Danity Kane.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And,
For-
and then, even then, you would be like, well,
One of the ones
I know
from Danity
one.
Kane.
I
yeah.
know one out of them.
Right. But she's the only one anyone knows, like
Right.
that can name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Mark my words. If I ever have the opportunity to have Ken Jeong on the show, Alan Thicke,
Robin Thicke.
whatever, any of the Thicks, or Rita Ora, or that other bitch
Jenny
that I hate,
McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy,
Yeah.
I swear to God, it'll be the first thing out of my mouth will be, you are the fakest person on television.
Aw.
Because they are. It's the most contrived.
And then
I
he's gonna
wonder-
lean over to you and go, I make $400,000 an episode.
Listen to me. I'm not saying it's not a lucrative deal. What I'm saying is that it is the fakest show on television. And is there some sort of, and evidently not, because you can't after the 60s, you can't fix a game show because of the whole investigation, the quiz show investigation. But is there some sort of integrity with these singing shows?
But
that they
nobody
have to-
wins anything,
Yeah, there's no
right?
prize.
Yes. No, there's a winner.
There's a winner for the singers, there's a winner.
Yeah.
But like no contestants are winning anything.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's a contest,
But it's not. I don't think it's a contest.
and people vote on who stays and who goes.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any benefit to them, and I don't think there's any benefit to the winner. I think they're all probably paid scale.
There's got to be something in the credits of that show.
Oh, I'm sure.
That says that the
this is all
outcomes are probably
baloney.
known.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna tape it and pause it and look at the credits. Galvin, I
Have
don't
Robin
know.
Thicke look at it. He can figure everything out.
I don't know what makes me angrier, fake judge banter or local news banter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awful.
By the way, not just local news.
Local news banter is way worse than. And we're gonna have a sunny day tomorrow. Ooh, it'll be nice to get outside. I
I'm
haven't
looking
walked
at
my dogs in a long time.
CBS mornings right now, and with the sound off, I can tell it's terrible.
Oh, probably
You know what I
terrible.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shabuzi now has the longest #1 streak for a solo artist since the Hot Country Songs chart began back in 1958. A bar song, Tipsy, has spent 35 weeks at #1.
Wow.
Yeah, 35 weeks. That is a long time.
This song?
Yeah. By the way, yesterday, I found out Shabuzi's a black guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
You know any white guys named Shabuzi?
She's been telling me all night long.
I mean, it's a catchy song.
That's good.
The list goes on and on.
Good for you, Shabuzi.
9 to 5 ain't work.
All right.
I don't think I've heard another song from him.
I did. I saw him on a TV show one time, and he was performing live-ish.
Yeah.
And
I've heard this a million times.
Why
but
do I
never-
think the next song is going to be another bar song?
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Tipsier.
Shabuzi Part 2 is just
Yeah.
similar to this song, which
Yeah.
is smart. It's, churn out the hits.
He'll be out, him and Gangnam Style and
And
Style.
the other black cowboy,
Oh, Old Town Road.
Gay
Yeah.
Cowboy. Yeah. That song was...
he disappeared, huh?
Yeah, he had like 2 songs, and he were like... So, yeah.
Then he was like making out with the devil and stuff.
Yeah,
and they were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Get him out of here,
What was his name?
Trump deported him.
Lil Derp."
Lil Boozy. No, that's Shabuzi. No, that is what
Old
is his
Town
name?
Road. So I'm gonna take my horse
To
to
the
the Old Town Road. I'm gonna
It
ride.
was Lil something, Lil Reedy.
Lil Nas.
Lil Nas X.
Nas X.
Oh, really?
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you go from that song that's been on the #1 for 35 weeks there to new music.
You have new music?
I have new music
I love
for
new
you.
music.
New music, new album coming out in April. Just released the first single. It's an artist that has been around for quite some time.
All right.
You know this person. Take a listen. Yell
New
it
music.
out when you think you know it. New music on the Mike Calta Show. Here we go.
It's just like, it's the Billy Idol ingredients.
Yes.
You put all the things together, you get a Billy Idol song.
Yep.
Sounds like he's lost a little in the voice, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I think
70.
he's 70 something, and he was never a great singer.
Yeah.
But he's
But it's
still
got
dancing.
a little bit of a raspy
Who do
kind
we
of
know that's 70?
Joe.
Medicine
All right.
Man.
Yeah.
I think of my dad. I'd love to see my dad singing this song. You know what I mean? Like, who do you know that's 70 that could just get on there and start
Yeah.
singing?
That has obviously Steve Stevens on there as well. So Billy Idol new album coming out in April,
A
and
whole
that,
album, huh?
yeah, that single is called "Still Dancing." Billy Idol and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts coming to town in May, I believe, and it's on like a Saturday night. I'll go to that.
all
I'll
right.
go to that. Go see
70,
Billy.
still touring.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I have seen Billy Idol one time before at the Sun Dome in 1990. And the reason why I went is because Faith No More opened up for them. And I
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
see Faith No More, yeah.
When
a long time ago.
For some reason, when I think of Billy Idol, first thing comes to mind is The Wedding Singer. When he's on
Yeah.
when he's on the plane with Adam Sandler.
Yeah. We got to have an opportunity to go see Billy Idol at the Capitol Theater, and there was maybe 100 people there.
Yeah.
And
cool.
I mean, I was this close to Billy Idol, and it was great.
Yeah.
And I mean, all the hits full out like he was playing to a stadium. It was fantastic. It was really good, really good.
Would not do Money though.
No.
You know, he said there wasn't enough people.
He said actually they didn't pay him enough money. No.
No, he said. I remember he made a comment. He said something like somebody asked him to play it or whatever, and he said it's a stadium or an arena only.
Oh, really?
It has to be. It has to be
Was it like
certain
a
amount of
private
people.
thing? Is that why it was some less people?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, it was some like friends of
of
music
music.
thing. Yeah. That the other one we went to was Hall & Oates. That was amazing too.
Hall and Oates at Busch Gardens, where the bird thing is, like
Oh,
the
really?
bird show. And Oates was so mad. He was like, "We're playing in a goddamn bird sanctuary." Yeah.
All the hits.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Finally, in news, we talk about this all the time. If you ever wanted to live in another country, what country would you pick?
Yeah.
They polled 2,000 people. Number one answer is
Canada.
anybody else?
Spain.
Aruba.
Jamaica.
Ooh,
I
wanna
wanna take ya.
Greece.
Canada comes in at number one.
It's
Yes, Canada.
it's like
No.
it's like Earth 2. It's the United States.
You're
but a little bit
familiar.
nicer.
Yeah, you would be familiar with
cold.
everything, all this stuff. Yeah, definitely too cold. I don't want to live there. I don't want to go. Portugal, which I always say, never been there. Plan on retiring there. Have no idea why. Is not in the top 10. Not in the
No.
top 10.
No, I would say places that people want to live.
If you could, let's just say you though, if you could live anywhere, there's no problem. It's you snap your fingers, you get to live there. It's not like you have to wait for a visa, do anything, whatever. Where would you go?
Let me think about this for a second. I really liked Italy.
Yeah.
I really like Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it might be Greece.
Greece.
Greece was one of the places where you go, I can't believe that this exists. You know?
Greece not in the top 10.
England.
Hello. Number 3.
Yeah.
10% said England.
Australia.
Australia. Number 4.
Also, hello.
All right.
By the way, you mentioned Italy. Italy number 2.
Yeah.
Food was the top reason for it.
Italy just seems too congested to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know that I'd be, and everything's very small there and old. I don't know that I'd be very comfortable there.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah, where Greece is so beautiful, it's just like living in a postcard. It's like living on you live by the water, and all they do is smile and eat, and you're like, hey, have it all.
Gio, anywhere you've been out of the country that you enjoyed that you might want to live?
Germany.
Germany's pretty awesome.
Germany, number 10.
Oh.
Germany comes in at number 10.
I'm in.
I was gonna say, Mike, you love Japan. Very clean, very advanced.
No, I don't think I could be there forever though. I'd start. It's because it's very different from the United States.
You got to
so,
assimilate to the culture.
Yeah, I mean, and everything's very small. Toilets are weird.
Mm.
I don't know. You got to take your shoes off everywhere. Like it's a fun place to visit, but I don't know that I could live there. I'm out.
Number 10 is Germany. Number 9 is Scotland.
Never been.
Oh.
Number 8 is Costa Rica. Number 7, Switzerland. Number 6 is France. Number 5, they're playing football over there this year. Ireland. So 4
I didn't love Ireland. I've been there like 4 times. I didn't love it.
4 out of the top 5, you wouldn't have to learn a language, whatever. Because
Did you love Ireland?
Ireland. I mean, I liked it a lot. I don't know whether I necessarily
like it was
would live
fun
there.
place to visit.
Yeah. It's if I'm moving somewhere, it's going to be somewhere that's mostly warm.
Yeah, I like a place that's cold, but I don't like Ireland. Just seemed too spread out to me, and also if you're not drinking, there's not a whole lot to do there. It was all about drinking and golfing.
Food wasn't great.
Food wasn't great.
You would really like Costa Rica then.
Costa Rica, yeah, I'm sure.
Irish people were mean.
and it's cheap. Yeah, Irish people
Almost
were
got
mean
in like
for
3
sure.
fights in Ireland.
And I'm like, come on, guys, I'm one of you.
Yeah.
I think they dislike Irish Americans more than just regular Americans.
I thought everybody's really nice. It might just be you guys.
Could
I thought,
be.
man,
Could
everybody
be.
was so nice in Ireland.
I was sitting outside a bar waiting for Galvin to come out. I was sitting on a stoop of a building,
yeah.
and this girl was sitting next to me, and she was trying to light a cigarette, but there was the wind was blocking, whatever. So I turned to her, and she was like trying to hold it. And I go, "Do you want me to help you out with that?" And she just turned, and she was on the phone. She goes, "No, some American was just talking to me." And
Yeah.
I was trying to help you out. And you gotta be mean to me about it.
Was she hot?
No, no, she was a typical
Yeah.
Irish-looking bitch.
I got into it. I got into it with the guy, and I said, "Listen, I go, we gonna fight, or you want to do shots?" And he goes, "Let's do some shots."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
We were
That's
ready to
everything.
fight, though, Gal.
Oh, I was
we were
ready
ready to
to
fight.
Germany was the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Germany
Yeah.
was great.
They literally said, "You want to stay at our house instead?"
Oh, we know why.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
great. I made so many friends. I still talk to some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in a group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They talk to Gio because they think I'm Tom Cruise.
That is true.
I don't think so.
Famous movie star.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Australia. Number 3, England. Number 2, Italy. And number 1, if you can move anywhere, they polled 2,000 people. Number 1 answer was Canada.
I almost moved to Australia in my sophomore year of high school.
Really?
Yes. So, and my mother was ready to let me go. I worked for a Domino's Pizza, and an internal memo came through, and Domino's Pizza was looking for Americans to move over to Australia to open up Domino's Pizza.
Wow.
And this girl that worked at Domino's, she was a single mother, she had a daughter, and she said, "Would you come over there and work at the Domino's with me, but also work as like a nanny for my daughter, like so that when she's at work, the daughter wasn't home alone." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go to Australia. I would be there in a second." But I think because of my age, I wasn't allowed to do it. But
Yeah.
I was ready to go, man. And my mother was like, "Australia would be great. It's a great learning experience."
In my very early 20s, I thought about moving to somewhere in Mexico, like a very touristy,
Right.
like Cancun or Puerto Vallarta or something like that, whatever, and just going and getting a job bartending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
Because, you're down there 3 months, you're going to learn the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
my español is muy bien. See,
No mas.
hablo español.
No mas.
Too gordo.
Yeah. No mas.
No, you said no more. You're saying no more.
Yeah, no more.
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
No more. Move on.
Sorry.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
Gracias, Galvin. Gracias.
De nada.
Let's take a break. And when we come back from break, Cody Tucker is going to join us. Cody is going to be live from Texas. We'll check in with him on the internet, so you'll be able to watch him live on Bone TV or YouTube, wherever you're watching the show, or Facebook now. Are we on Facebook now, Joe?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But
Coming
I think,
soon.
yeah, I think it's coming soon.
All right. Well, anyway, I like having the video available everywhere for everybody, because people like different things. Some people watch it on X, some people watch it on YouTube, some people watch it on Twitter, and I'm not worried about trying to make money off it. So I don't care, whatever is convenient for you. Go watch it there and enjoy it. Let's take a break. We'll check in with Cody Tucker when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. We now head on over to Texas, and we welcome to the show my man Cody Tucker. Cody, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are y'all doing?
Cody, I found out something else about you this week by watching your clips that you don't like. You said one of the very Theo Von-ish, one of the funniest things. She said, a girl said to you about Burning Man, and you were like, "Nah, I don't want to go to Burning Man." And then she told you what it was, and you were like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "But there's a lot of art there," and you were like, "No, I hate art." She's like, "You hate art?" And he goes, "I hate any art less than 100 years old."
Yes, absolutely true.
I noticed you have a vest on today with Metallica and Anthrax, and
Oh yeah, there's a Cannibal Corpse, Megadeth, Marilyn Manson.
Is that your genre of music that you?
Oh yeah, I mean, mostly. I'll listen to a lot of other stuff as well. Some Cat Stevens and such.
I like some Cat Stevens.
Yeah, ABBA, big ABBA fan. But
that surprises me, but doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah, Dancing Queen's my favorite song of all time.
Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
You never cease to amaze me, Cody.
Yeah. But heavy metal's my go-to, Pantera.
So how does ABBA fit into the heavy metal area? Like somebody, your mom or somebody?
No, I just gravitated to the happiness of it, I guess. You can only have so much darkness in your life before you're looking for a little glimmer of hope.
I gotcha.
That's ABBA.
I gotcha. What do you? I don't know why, but every time we talk to you and I look at you, I'm more and more curious about your life, because I only know you as Cody that sits in front of that same backdrop. I want to know more about the rest of your life. When I watch your other clips and I watch you interviewing people, it gives me a little more insight as to what you're like and what you're about. But what I've learned is you like nothing. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go anywhere, and you don't like anything.
That's fair.
Did you know? Did you know Cody was in a wheelchair?
No.
No, I made that up. Yeah, I made that.
No.
Yeah.
No, but I'm probably not far off. If I had to guess. Yeah. No, there's things I like. There's a lot of things I like.
Like
I just
what?
don't talk about them as much. I like a lot of movies. I like reading. I like playing my guitar.
We know you. We know you like reading because that's where you get most of the information that you have from all the stuff you put out on the Cody Tucker Show and on the Instagram Shorts. That knowledge you've said before you got from reading. We know you play guitar a little bit, and then this is more of the reason why you should come on the cruise. There's so many things you could do with us. You could be jamming with our band if you came down here.
Well, that would be a good thing. I mean, if you were on land, then for sure.
Right. You're just against the water.
Yeah. I'm not going out like the band on the Titanic.
Metallica and Pantera are coming here.
It's true.
It's true. Metallica and Pantera are coming. 2-day
Yeah,
concert.
that's one I would really love to see. Yeah, I'm a big Metallica and Pantera fan.
Yeah, well, they'll be here at Raymond James Stadium in June?
Yeah, and then Pantera announced their tour too. They're doing their own tour.
Yeah, which I will be trying to attend that for sure.
All right, well, good. All right, what do you got for us this week, Cody?
So first one, little short topical one. So the original choice to play Richard Dreyfuss's roles in Jaws and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, as well as the original choice to play Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs, was recently deceased Gene Hackman.
Really?
Oh.
So let me picture for a second. Okay, I could see him in Jaws. I could definitely see him in Close Encounters. I don't know if I could see him in...
You could
Hannibal Lecter's...
He'd be great, but Anthony Hopkins did such a great job that he owned it. You know, looking at it now, it's impossible. But, prior to that, you'd be like, yeah, Gene Hackman's great.
Yeah, it's a weird choice, but I think it would be pretty good.
Because he's such a good actor.
Amazing.
Yeah, but he lacked the creepiness that Anthony Hopkins brought to it.
Yeah, but what was the movie with him where he was an old racist and his son was...
That's Mississippi Burning, isn't it?
No. The one where he's on death row. I'm trying to think of it. The kid who played Robin.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the movie.
The Chamber?
Yeah.
Or something like that, whatever it was. No. But anyways, he was a great old mean racist, and you're like, oh, it's sweet Gene Hackman. Come on.
He's pretty creepy in a lot of movies, actually.
Who, Gene Hackman?
Yeah. I mean, he plays like a good villain. I mean, The Unforgiven.
That's true. No Way Out, he was pretty good in.
It was The Chamber with Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, The Chamber from 1996. Yeah, he plays an old racist on death row.
Boy, Chris O'Donnell, they really tried to make that kid work, and it just nothing stuck. Nothing stuck at all.
Nothing stuck. He was on that show. I think it's still on with him and LL Cool J. It's been on for like 80 years.
Yeah, but
congratulations.
Hey, none of us are on a TV show.
That's true. And Queen Latifah's the equalizer, so that shows you how much TV is done. All right, what else you got?
So I got some origins for team names.
Teams like sports
teams?
Okay.
Yeah. So NFL mostly. So in 1925, the MLB team, the New York Giants, which was owned by Tim Mara, made a football team that he just decided to name after the baseball team. So there's the New York Giants. So the same thing happened in Chicago when the Chicago Cubs owner at the time created his football team. The owner was George Halas, and he took the name Cubs. And since baseball players are smaller than football players, decided to name his football team after the bigger version of a Cub and called it the Chicago Bears.
I like that. I like how they take WNBA teams and make them a derivative of the NBA team in that market. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So I like when they do that. Cubs, Bears, that makes sense.
Orlando Magic, you know how they got their name?
It was a fan vote.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which makes sense because Magic Kingdom and all that stuff, whatever. But there was a few other ones floated around. But yeah, they decided on Magic.
That's weird. Actually the majority of teams are fan votes, which is interesting.
Yeah, because you wonder sometimes whenever teams, you're like, how is it the Utah Jazz? That doesn't make any sense. Then you find out, they were in New Orleans.
Or Lakers. LA Lakers. I mean, there's no lakes in LA, but they were the Minneapolis Lakers.
Right. And that has the most.
Sense.
Yeah.
And then also, same for New York. So Shea Stadium being pretty close to LaGuardia Airport is why the football team that used to play at Shea Stadium is called the New York Jets.
I never knew that. I grew up there and I never knew that.
And then last one, the Las Vegas Raiders, which is my favorite team, were called the Oakland Seniors for about 9 days.
Makes more sense. Makes more sense as Oakland Seniors.
Oakland Seniors.
Yeah. All right. Good. So I still don't understand what a Met is. Metropolitan.
Yeah.
The New York Mets. That doesn't seem like it's very good. But anyway. All right. What else you got? Anything else?
Yeah, not team names, but a pretty random one. So the commercial jingles, Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is there, and the Band-Aid one. I'm stuck on Band-Aid because Band-Aid stuck on me.
Can I guess?
Huh? Yeah.
Barry Manilow?
Yeah, Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
No, listen, if
Look
Barry
at
Manilow
that.
and ABBA ever tour together, we can go to that show together.
Oh my God, I'd be down for sure.
We went for my 50th birthday. Me and Spanish and Pap went to go see Barry Manilow in Las Vegas.
Oh,
looked gay, but we were the only straight guys there.
Mm-hmm. I got hit on too.
Yeah, Joe, the guy in the band liked Joe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, good. I got another. So, 16 years after John Lennon's death, his first son, Julian Lennon, finally received the letters that he and his father had written to each other when he was a child, after he was forced to buy them from Yoko Ono at an auction.
Unbelievable. The way they
She is
treated
a
that kid.
monster. Yeah.
The way they treated Julian, you know, they were giving Julian like $2,000 a month was all the money he got from John Lennon's estate.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's awful. Meanwhile, Sean, the other kid, got all the money because he was Yoko's kid.
Yeah.
Rough.
Well, a Sean one. So one time John Lennon saw Sean Lennon as a 6-year-old child, had his elbows on the table. John Lennon got so angry that he walked over to him, grabbed him by the ear, and screamed into his ear as loud as he could and made him go deaf.
Oh my God.
I've done that to a kid.
Give peace a chance, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. Wild.
Nuts.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. If you would like to hear some of these facts and see Cody do his thing, you can find him on the internet. You can see him on YouTube and on Instagram at the Cody Tucker. And what do you got coming up guest wise?
Johanna James. She's a like a ancient history expert scholar.
Not a porn star. That's the porn star name, Johanna James.
Insane. I know. I was like, oh, everybody's gonna be thinking this, and she's insanely attractive.
They're gonna be like, what does this lady take her clothes off?
Yeah, not a porn star. Just to preface that, and then it'll be right back to porn stars.
I saw you had that chick. It was something DeVille that you had on when you were
Cherie
talking about
DeVille.
Burning Man. Yeah, you wouldn't go to Burning Man.
No,
I thought about it. I mean, I feel like that's an experience like you do it one time and you'll be like, oh yeah. And in 2024, I went to Burning Man and I've never been the same since.
Just a bunch of dirty people and dudes with their wieners.
I think it'd be fun for a couple of days.
It's just sand and dirt, drugs, and LED lights. I don't care about any of this.
I'm not mad at any of that at all. Bunch of naked people walking around playing drums and singing.
Not the people
drugs.
you want to see.
No, maybe not. No. Maybe not.
Just go hang out at Woody Harrelson's house.
All right, Cody. Thank you. We will check in with you next week.
All right, y'all have a good one.
See you, brother. There you go, Cody Tucker. I love that guy. He's great. All right, 727 is not a number anymore. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. If you'd like to get through, the phone lines are wide open. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. I got to tell you, I didn't get to tell you about the movie, the next movie that's coming out. Series. Will it be good? Will you like it? Will it stink? There's some factors going into it. We'll talk about that next on 102.5 The Bone.
When can you eat, Gio?
After I have to take a test later today. After that.
When is your test?
At like 10 a.m.
So
probably
God
around
forbid
11 or noon.
for breakfast this morning.
Man.
It's really the coffee that's really bugging me.
You can't have black coffee?
You're addicted.
No, just water until after this test.
I am definitely addicted.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. But I mean, I'm addicted to the point where when I wake up, even on a Saturday, I go, oh, Saturday it's 7:00. I go, I could sleep late, and then I go, all right, I can go to Starbucks, and I hop right out of bed because I know I can get coffee.
I can 100% feel the lack of caffeine right now.
Yeah,
I
feel good.
Why don't you throw a little teas in there?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I don't even. I'm supposed to have nothing but water.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, then don't.
Man, it must be a serious test.
But teas, I think that would be more like gum or something like that. Like you're not eating it.
Yeah, but I think
Not
it's
supposed to
probably
have gum either.
yeah, no sugar, no nothing, just water.
Well, they checking. They doing all this. They doing that.
And a little check the oil, maybe. I don't know.
A little this.
Yeah,
They can do this.
a little kind of like this, and then like this.
Oh wow, they do it like that.
That's what they told me.
Interesting.
We'll find out in About 2 hours.
A little bit of this.
Yeah.
Is it time or did you ask for this test?
No, it was suggested.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you poop in a box yet?
No.
You got to do that.
I just went to my doctor and he said, "Hey, you want to poop in a box? I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever you want, bro."
Joe, you going to deliver this one too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Joe puts a
I'll put
little of his
some-
own
yep,
in there.
I like to add some of my own.
Wait.
Some of the yeah, check the raccoon. Actually, I'm going to put some of my dogs in there and say, "Can you figure out what my dog is?"
No, that's not how it works. Not
No?
23 of me.
Okay.
Yeah. I pooped in the box, and it's a pretty interesting experience. But the entire time, all I could be thinking about is the poor person that has to open the box. Like,
I mean,
what did you sign up for?
But there's got to be a designated room or
Oh, yeah.
rooms.
And they're getting 50 boxes a day.
Oh,
and
at
they're
least.
their job is to open it up and test your poop.
Yep.
And they probably only need a smear, and everybody's getting a log.
Could you imagine that person on Christmas?
He doesn't want to open it.
Dan, wanna open nothing,
Dan,
yeah.
why are you not excited to open your present? You know why.
It's just his 9 to 5.
Ugh. Yeah. Come on.
Let's talk about this movie
All right.
that I found out that they're making another one. Does anybody want to guess?
Another Fast and Furious?
No.
Okay.
I know
No.
there's going to be more Star Wars movies coming out.
I saw that too. I'm excited for that. Not it.
By the way, episode 3 is going to be back in theaters for like the 25th anniversary. or
Revenge of
30th.
the Sith.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that one was good.
I think it was good.
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
the one where he becomes Darth Vader.
Yes.
Right.
I will go see that in the theater.
I don't know. I don't think I need to see that in the theater.
Will anyone go with you?
Probably not.
Oh, there'll be other nerds there though.
Yeah.
This is how many other movies does this franchise have? Is it a franchise? Is this a part 2? Is it a part 3? Is it a
There
bunch?
are 4 of them.
There's 4.
Kinda.
We know it's not Back to the Future.
Oh.
Ish.
Indiana Jones.
No.
4 kind of.
Is it comedy?
Yes.
Is it Lethal Weapon?
No. It's comedy like that though. Like it's drama.
Right,
comedy.
right. But
Oh.
there's some
Beverly Hills Cop.
comic relief.
No, but they say that they are making one of the. Oh, they did.
They did.
put it on.
It's on Netflix. It's horrible.
I would watch it.
I watched it. It was horrible.
This is
I can't
a
get through it.
movie.
Put it this way: we loved most of them.
Most of them. 4 movies that we loved.
Jack Reacher.
Nope.
Godfather,
No,
Rocky.
How dare you?
Come on.
I don't
How
know.
dare you? The first one was a remake, and it was amazing. The second one kind of stunk a little bit. Oh no, the second one was good, and then the third one kind of stunk a little bit. And then they made one with girls.
Oh, Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares? No.
You wouldn't go see another Ocean's?
No.
Oh, I love them all.
Yeah, they're really good. I should have known from the music. Yeah. Have you ever heard Shane Gillis's bit about Ocean's 14 or Ocean, the girl one, whatever that was?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
He goes, yeah, you don't need to learn all the schematics and do everything. Just show up in the security guards. He goes, just start doing stuff to the security
Yeah,
guards.
yeah.
They'd be like, oh my God, you're all so gorgeous. Take whatever you want. He goes, that's all you need to do.
I feel like they ran that franchise into the ground.
So they had the first one was Ocean's 11.
Which
That
was
was the
great.
remake. That was good. It worked out perfect. Then the second one was the guy who was the thief that they had
Yeah,
the
the Fox.
contest
Was it
against.
Andy
Who-
Garcia?
No, Andy Garcia was the first one.
Okay.
The second one was that the Italian actor, I think, where he played the fox and he was the other thief. And
But Andy Garcia was behind that, wasn't he?
Maybe.
well, no, they had to pay him back. And it
Oh,
was
okay.
something with
But
this
he was
guy.
involved. Yeah.
Andy Garcia's in all the movies.
I'll tell you the moment it jumped the shark and I'm like, I'm out.
Okay.
Was it the third one?
Third one is when Al Pacino opens a new casino.
You know exactly what I'm about to say.
Yeah, the whole Julia Roberts, that whole thing, that was terrible.
Like, she
That was
looked-
two.
She
That
looks
was
like
terrible.
Julia. Oh, you look like Julia Roberts
Yeah.
because you are Julia.
And then
It's
Bruce
so-
Willis is like, Julia.
Yeah, that was the worst.
terrible.
That was pretty dumb. That was
But
pretty
I
dumb,
did-
but it was a way for them to work her into the
Yeah,
whole
but
thing.
at that point, I'm out.
I did like Pacino. I liked Ellen Barkin in there.
Yeah.
I liked the guy. They screwed him over. He was the real guy that was supposed to be giving it the diamond thing, whatever.
Right.
And he got the fleas and the stuff and everything. And then at the end, he gets wins the jackpot and stuff.
So I thought they were all good enough to watch. I thought they were all good. So the new one takes place now, time later on.
Yeah.
And they're all the problem is they're all having trouble doing their jobs that they're supposed to do because they all got old.
Mm.
And I think that's pretty. If they make it like along those lines, I think it'll be
So
okay.
it's Clooney and coming back and the whole thing?
Yeah, but the problem is their producer, the one who got them all together, is dead.
Oh.
I forgot his name. Jerry what?
Weintraub.
Jerry Weintraub is dead now, and I don't know that he's got the star power, but George Clooney was doing the interview, and he said they're making another movie, and they're all
Brad
coming
Pitt
back.
too?
And I guess they're all coming back, and the problem is they're all too old now to do what their specialty was.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find myself getting excited to see that.
I don't know
It's
if
gonna
I'm
be
excited,
awful.
but
Yeah. They lost me at Julia Roberts. That's when they lost me. Like, this is so
Yeah, but they
stupid.
could come back. They could come back from that. Have you seen the George Clooney Brad Pitt movie, the Wolf or whatever it is, Wolves,
I don't think so.
where they're both like cleaners? They're
Right?
like,
No,
they're
I know what you mean, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think it was Apple TV. It was a movie that was on there. It was decent. It was definitely worth watching.
Shame, because all these things are on channels you don't know. So
Right.
I don't. Not that I don't know Apple TV, but I'm not checking it every once in a while for a movie.
it's on the thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on there.
I tried to watch Captain America the other day, Gio.
Yeah. No good?
Stunk.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying.
Not my Captain America.
Because he's not white.
No.
Whoa,
He flies.
Oh, yeah.
He flies, and he's got weird powers, and I don't know. It's kind of cool. The wings thing, he could wrap around his body, and between that and the shield, he's bulletproof because he can't shoot through the wings.
Yeah, I've seen the clip of the Hulk the Red Hulk.
I didn't
which is
get to that. I
Han
didn't get
Solo
that far. Yeah.
trying to smash
Han
through
Solo.
the wings.
Yeah, it was just a little slow starting. And they call him Captain America, which I don't like.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
He's not though.
but he is.
Eh.
They pass anybody can be Captain America.
It's
They-
not like Air Force One. Whatever plane you're on is Air Force One.
But when Captain America passes it on to the
Then
new
you're
Captain
a
America,
guy. Then you're the Hawk guy with the Captain America shit.
Oh, it's like you're the president. Like you pass it on to the next guy.
I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, Steven Soderbergh didn't write this one either. He's not involved. That
could be
might be a
falling
problem.
apart. Could be falling
Might
apart.
be a problem.
Let it go.
Oh, it's let's see. They have the guy that directed the Conclave.
I don't know who that is.
No, I mean
No.
he's done a movie that's yeah, I don't know.
A couple of days ago on the show, like maybe a week ago, a caller called up and said that there is a flaw with Apple in the text, the voice to text. If you say racist, it writes the word Trump. And we're like, there's no way. And then we did it in the studio and it worked. And then we tried to do it again and we could not replicate it. And I guess Alex Jones talked about it the other day and it's got a bunch of videos of people doing it and it worked. How amazing is that? And we don't get any word from Apple. Apple doesn't have to come out and say anything about that.
And it's still happening?
I don't know if it's still happening or if Alex Jones has managed to get a bunch of the videos and then finally went on TV and probably screamed until his head turned red.
Right.
It never happened on my phone.
It did happen on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
I don't know if it has something to do with updates or, because you get an update like all the time. It says bug fixes.
Right.
Yeah. I always think something like that is like when the Disney animators put a penis in the Disney pictures.
Probably,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like just somebody just being a little bit crazy.
Like watch this and see if anybody notices type thing. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it blows up and that guy loses his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Apple, they were at the inauguration.
Tim Apple was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the programmers and stuff, they be like, I hate Trump. I'm going to do this.
Did you see? I wasn't sure if you were going to bring it up in news about the gold green card.
No.
President Trump yesterday proposed a new green card. Now, if you want a green card, that means you get to come here and live here like a citizen and become a citizen by having your green card.
Mhm.
You're here legally. He suggested a gold green card,
Okay.
which you can come here, guaranteed pathway to citizenship for $5 million.
Oh, I briefly saw that, but I didn't read the article and I didn't see what it was. Yeah.
You get to come here from another country
Yeah.
for $5 million. He said, him and Elon said that will help to pay off the debt, the national debt, and that it would also only bring in wealthy people which are probably not people who are going to commit crimes. So
Yeah.
it's bringing in the right caliber
wealthy
of people.
never commit crimes.
Well,
Jeffrey Epstein,
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
But it's going to bring that. How do you feel about that?
It's just as crazy as anything else.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody who wants to be a citizen and you are wealthy and you want to cut the line, $5 million.
Yeah, but I also think if you have $5 million to spend on a gold green card, you're probably coming into the United States as much as you want anyways.
But if you're somebody who has $5 million to spend on a gold green card, or better yet, $20 million because you got 4 people in your family, that means you must have hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
So now you're bringing in that kind of money to the United States, and you are getting $20 million, and you're also bringing in your wealth here, and most likely your business if you're coming in with that kind
I
of
just
money.
read a thing the other day that said about how you should be thanking millionaires because they're basically propping up the economy right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's complaining about millionaires and billionaires, and they're like, guess who's spending all the money?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would be pretty interesting to see who comes in. But then again, I started this is where I had a moment. I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty good because anything that's going to help pay down our debt, and there's going to be a bunch of people. But then all of a sudden, I'm like, well, it's going to be a bunch of rich Chinese people who kept getting turned away and couldn't get in here. Now they're going to pay to get in. And then what happened to bring us? You're tired and you're poor, and now we're bringing just your rich people. And I don't know. It was a little conflicting.
I think it's what happens when you're surrounded by all yes men. Like Trump is just sitting at the table, like, what if we just charge people? Yes, that's a great idea.
This also sounds like something that a couple billionaires thought of.
And they always say, that's a great idea. Then he goes in the press, I've got a great idea.
Yeah.
Or do you think that they're just throwing out ideas that are so ridiculous, like things that'll never happen?
Well, you're also talking about a guy who said, hey, there's a hurricane coming. You want me to shoot it with a nuclear missile?
I think the people he surrounds himself with, they all tell him everything he comes up with is a fantastic idea. So then he runs with it.
I think Elon's goal is to bring the national debt down.
Right.
And any way he could bring money into the country, he doesn't care what the effects are.
He's the president. He's running the country.
But
that's ridiculous.
Stop saying that.
I mean,
stop saying that.
You're an idiot.
You're going to
for
ruin it
saying
for
that.
him.
He was the one that was holding court in the cabinet meeting yesterday.
Yeah, he's the mouthpiece. Where was JD Vance? Where is JD Vance?
He spoke for a minute.
He did,
but
very briefly.
In the cabinet meeting,
Elon let him speak for a minute.
Nobody spoke more than Elon.
Yeah, this is
Good.
absolutely true.
He was appointed. Trump has executive power. He can hire anybody he wants to get the job done.
Calm down, guy.
I'm just saying.
This guy, whoa.
You're saying he's the president. He's not. He's a hired gun.
It was called a joke.
Okay.
Joe,
somebody's triggered over here.
Joe.
What
you
happened?
offended Joe.
Well, I mean,
Joe wants to kill all the bigwigs with the insurance companies too.
Elon Musk said he just discovered like a bunch of people who have been dead, who are 130 years old that have been on Social Security for like 50 years.
But you know what?
If
that
what
wasn't
he's
a full
doing,
truth either. But
no, I know, but
yes.
But what I'm saying
that's
is,
since
if
been
that's,
debunked. But
no, it hasn't.
It has.
If that's what he's doing, good. I don't want my tax-paying dollars going to that kind of crap.
Listen, I get it. You can relate to a lot of the billionaires in this world, so it makes sense.
I can relate to being on Social Security in a few years and wanting to
It's
have
true.
my money.
To be there.
Just wait till the Medicaid check runs out.
It's not gonna now.
Well,
Joe's better than
hopefully
us.
not.
Carmen, you're screwed. Social Security's not going to be around whenever you're paying into it this whole time. By the time you're trying to get Social Security, they're going to be like, beat it, Blondie.
Get out of here. Yeah, I'm very aware.
And I'm
she'll still be blonde by then.
Mike and I might skate by. We might skate by, maybe. But Gio, you're on the ball.
On the fence.
Probably.
Yeah. And then Carmen's screwed.
I have to figure this out. And you tried to help me out with this. You told me.
Pension?
We have a pension.
Yeah.
I need to figure out that pension.
You know
program.
what would be a great idea? No. Seriously, what would be a great idea? All these stupid meetings that they have, these town halls and all these different things. Have one that pertains to people, that was something we actually care about, and say, here's what your pension is. Here's how this works.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a website.
Can't we get Corey to come over here and tell us what the hell's going on?
Maybe.
There was probably a webinar at some point. That,
right.
Oh, come on.
Or there's a video online.
Yeah.
The last time I'm aware of a pension meeting, we're coming up on an anniversary because Kevin Nealon was in the pension
Yes,
meeting waiting
that's
to
right.
come on the air with us. And he's the most information I've gotten out of our pension has been from Kevin Nealon.
Right.
That's
good.
the truth.
He said you guys got a hell of a pension.
Maybe
Yeah.
he can update you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
So here's another thing. You know, it's so funny is you go through life and you do all these things and you think I'm pretty intelligent. I know what's going on. I got my finger on the pulse of things. I went in the other day to the pharmacy and the price for my medication was more than it normally is. And I go, why is that? I goes, that's because of the beginning of the year. It's a new prescription, this and that. Have I not met my deductible thing, whatever? And the pharmacist looked at me and they go, kind of, and I go, I don't know either. I go, I don't know what's going on. I go, I was just saying words. And she was like, yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. And they did a couple things and, brought it down. But it's like, I don't know how any of that works.
I don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
I take medication and I go to Publix to get my medication. And they're like, here we go. We have 2 medications for you. And I go, okay. And they're like, all right, can you sign on the line? I sign on the line. And they're like, all right, no charge today. I go, no charge.
Oh, yeah.
It's free. Who's
If
paying?
they say no charge, then I just walk away.
Yeah.
But if it's more than it normally is, you'd say something.
Of course, but
Yeah.
I don't understand who's paying for it.
I don't know. I think Joe is. That's
too
why
many
he's so
questions.
mad.
That's right.
Ryan, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, Mike, morning. You were talking about the national debt. I mean, it's what, 30, so what is it, $30 billion?
Trillion.
$30 trillion or something. Yeah, trillion. I mean, it's kind of like, $5 million, I know. I mean, I think that it would be any kind of new ideas might, help out the national debt. But like you were talking about, $999.99, is $1 billion. We're never going to pay this off. It's kind of like, if you think about it in a way, it's kind of like in Goodfellas when Sonny, the Tony Darrow guy, was trying to get $7,000 out of Nicky.
Joe Pesci.
He's never going to pay him. He's never going to pay him. He's just going to keep on, just put it on my tab. Put it on my. I know that's kind of like apples and oranges, but I'm just trying to give you,
let me run this by you. First of all, anytime you're going to do an analogy and use Goodfellas is a good move. So you spoke right to my heart, and I appreciate that. Second of all, I get it. I get what you're saying. If we start collecting $5 million here and here, we're not going to dent $1 trillion debt, $34 trillion debt. However, if you look at the billions of dollars that we gave to Ukraine over the last couple of years, that's hundreds of billions of dollars. Now, if you took that money and you applied that towards debt, well, now we're talking about 4 or 5 payments before we got that thing down to a pretty manageable debt. That's what I'm talking about. The $5 million here and there or $20 million, or even if they made $1 billion in the first year, that's not going to do anything. But if you start looking at some of the money we've given the other countries, that starts to add up.
Right. It just seems like if you notice in the debates for every 4 years when they're doing a new, they're trying to elect another president or see potential candidates, they always talk about the national debt. Oh, well, Trump did this and Obama had the largest national debt, and it seems like it never went down.
Yeah.
I mean, back when Clinton was in office, which was one of the best economies I voted for Trump. So, but
no,
I
get you. Clinton had a balanced budget. I get you, but listen, this is what I tell my wife. My wife does not like Trump, does not like Elon Musk, and doesn't like anything. No one in our lifetime, I don't know how old you are, but I assume that we're similar in age. No one in our lifetime, has ever done anything like this before. No one has ever approached this government like a business, like with a business mind in there helping them out, a non-politician business guy who is a billionaire, by the way, and said, hey, what if we did this? So in my mind, I would like to see some new stuff happen. There's going to be some mistakes along the way. There's going to be some shots that we were like, why'd they do that? And there are going to be some dumb ideas. I don't know what the good one is yet, what's working and what's not, but I'm sure we'll all find out in the next couple of months. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you. Let's go to Mike. Mike, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's happening?
Good morning, gentlemen. Here, the thing with paying to become an American citizen, other countries do it as well. Ireland does it. And just for instance, Dre took Beats over to Ireland, became an Irish citizen, and became a $1 billion corporation in Ireland and paid Ireland taxes from Beats.
Well, listen, there's a lot of countries.
That's one of the big things.
There's a lot of countries, including in Greece and in Italy, where if you go and spend $250,000 on a house, they automatically give you citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So it is not.
Yeah, and enough. I just want to say, Ryan, please, man. It's every day, every show. The guy calls every day, every show.
Oh.
I don't know. The guy's dying to be a whack packer.
Well, I liked him. I thought he was
I
a
wish
nice
you guys
guy.
the best, man. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
According to JoJo, she texted me and she said she has tried to set up a thing about the 401k and pension and all that stuff, whatever, and she was told that they can just call a phone number and ask questions.
No. It's because everybody doesn't get it.
That's the thing, and that's what I said. The
So
problem
make it
is,
an option.
The problem is we don't know what the hell to ask. If somebody came in and explained it to us like we're 10-year-olds, then we would go, oh, okay, what about this? You could ask them questions. But,
I'll call the phone number.
Yeah.
Walk me through it like I'm a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the meetings we have, all the emails we have,
right.
all the training we have to do, we have to take that cybersecurity thing like twice a year. You can't make that into one of those.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like a little webinar, kind of like
Yeah.
Gio was saying. Yeah.
Tutorial.
Who knows? Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, sir.
So I have a story about Gio.
Okay.
How he... No. 1 second.
What are you doing?
He's got a story about me.
Yeah, I do. No, I have a story about Gio. So what happened is when I was 10 years old, my sister's friend gave me some girl Nikes. And I was so proud to wear them, and I wore them to school, and I got made fun of the whole day, man.
So a story like Gio's. Yeah, I get you,
not
sir.
like me, no.
It is similar to what Gio went through.
Very
Yeah.
similar.
This guy sounds exactly the same as you.
I'm
You
not
wore
like
this guy wore girls' shoes. You wore
Girl
ladies' shorts.
He went girl shorts.
Shoes, he said.
Shoes.
Oh, is it shoes?
Yeah, he wore
I
shoes.
can't understand.
Gio wore shorts.
Oh.
Yep, you're both queer.
I wore-
Thank you, sir.
No, I'm not like you at all, sir.
They're the same.
We do not relate.
Mike, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Good morning. I am a pharmacy tech at my local Publix, and I do not understand any of the insurances. I have had a husband and wife on the same exact insurance with the same exact medication, same exact dosing, and everything, and had 2 totally different copays.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It is so hard to do. But now, what do you do in the pharmacy? Do you deal with the drugs or the paperwork?
All of it.
Yeah.
I do everything. I fill insurance calls, pharmacy cards, doctor calls, all of it.
Can I tell you that in my experience, and I've been at different places, none really bad, but Publix, the best service I've had in the pharmacy ever.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I've been a couple. I've started off at Walgreens. I've been to Walmart, a couple mom and pop places, and I'll say too, working in all the places I have, that always has had the best customer service and patience that at all places I've worked at.
I can't imagine, like, I've had to call the pharmacy once or twice and say, hey, can you look up something for me? I can't imagine how many old people you must get calling you all the time with questions about their medications.
Yes, and to be honest, the male medications are way worse than any of the opioids. Crazy.
Oh, really? Interesting. All right. Well, thank you, and I feel like I should say thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate it.
There was a lady in line in front of me the other day that had like slips of papers and this and that, and just was so confused, had no idea. And I'm like, this lady's definitely not taking the proper medication.
No.
Like she's going to kill herself. The other thing is, I can tell you, the one Walmart, I'm not saying all Walmarts, but the one Walmart pharmacy where my wife would get stuff, I had her change. I go, you got to go to Publix.
Because you don't want to go to Walmart.
I went there, drive-through.
Yeah. Oh.
Didn't have that gun. Hold up. The lady did not speak English. Not that she wasn't good at it.
But that's not. It's so hard to be somebody that has to deal with the public.
Yeah.
So I was talking to her, and then she goes, no English, and I go,
How are you?
What do we do now?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
No
What is
English.
No English.
Listen.
Do I bring a bottle and hold it up and go,
see or no?
If you have a woman in the pharmacy that is there to speak Spanish to the Spanish customer,
Sure.
she must also speak English.
Yeah.
Because she has to then
or
say
have somebody who can speak English to the English customer.
Yeah.
Not in America.
That's odd. That's very odd.
I literally said to her, and she didn't understand, but I said, what do we do now?
You should charge her $5,000 to be here, $5 million to be here.
It was literally a Mexican standoff.
Oh, that's funny. Medicine Man, what's your pharmacy of choice?
My pharmacy is Sam's Club on US 19 in Newport Richie.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine you spend a lot of time there.
I know. I do. I got. It's a lot cheaper there where I get that. My stuff is, with the Sam's Club card, it's quite a discount on it.
What do you take? What kind of medication you take?
Oh, I mean, I take about 4 metforms and finasteride, and vitamin D.
You take anything for herpes?
The what?
You take anything for
It's
your
for
herpes?
my it's the blood thinners for my heart. Like since I had that surgery back in 2018.
Now here's a guy who's driving on the bike as much as Lance Armstrong did. How and why you got heart issues?
Could be
It
genetic.
could happen to anybody. You never know. He could be born with it. Have
right.
something like me. I had that mitral valve.
Does he still have the growth on his ass?
Oh yeah.
How's that working out?
Oh, I'm taking antibiotics for it. I made a mistake when I first started. I was drinking beer. When I was taking it, I was like pretty wiped out the next day.
You're not supposed to mix drugs and
That's
alcohol.
what happened when I went to the stockyard. You go to the stockyard, everybody's drinking beer, so I drinking beer. So what happened to me Saturday was a weird day.
Wow.
And of course, I was caught on camera yesterday, and I'm on the bone page on my bike.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen.
E-bike,
We'll be
19 in Palm Harbor.
I don't know if it makes you feel better or not, but we'll be at your funeral.
I'm not dying yet, dude.
Not yet, but when it happens, we'll all be sad and we'll all go to your funeral.
Who's going to pay
I'm
for
going
it?
to outlive all you guys,
Probably his brother.
You got to buy a
Mitchell.
plot.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff goes on.
Does Mitchell have a plot somewhere? Do you know? Do you know where you're going to go when you die?
No, he does not. He does not.
What about for you?
Every time I get called from, I don't either. Every time I get called from these telemarketers or robocalls asking for my final expense insurance, I hang up on them. I tell them, Dad, how can you enjoy a discount if you're dead,
Shouldn't you think about that, though? Don't you want to be responsible and have a
No,
plan?
I don't think about it. I don't think about it. It freaks everybody out, dying,
Would you care if we had you taxidermied and then put like in a beach bar somewhere or like Ricky T's or one of those places so everybody could high five you on the way in?
I think that'd be kind of cool, but that might take a long time.
Yeah. All right. Let me
A
look
really
at
long time.
I think
All right.
when Menace Man dies, they're just going to put him in his backyard and put like a ladder and a
On top
grill
of
and
him.
stuff on
Yeah.
top of him. Yeah, just kind
wait-
of cover him up.
Just wait till the county comes to get him. Yeah.
I mean, we find out it's wellness check that we find out he's gone.
Yeah.
Like
and
we
they
haven't.
they collect all the junk out of his yard and he's just in there and then they just
Yeah.
throw it in the dump and he lives in the dump where he should be.
Where
for
he
the rest of-
belongs.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
yeah.
like, man, we've not heard from Medicine Man in like 6 months.
That's what happened with Tongueless Brett.
Yeah, and then either
We
he's just-
assume he's dead, right? No, nobody's actually
I have not
confirmed,
heard
right?
any confirmation. We assume he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody will call and tell me. We used to get calls on the side where people call up and say, "Hey, heads up, Tongueless Brett's dying, or he's in a hospital." We can't, because they're not allowed to say it for HIPAA reasons. But they would tell us like on the side, and nobody's ever called to confirm Tongueless Brett's death.
Has anybody heard from Crazy Patty?
No, I don't. And people used to say, "Oh, she called Roger and JP," but that was replays that they were hearing.
Yeah.
So now maybe that we got rid of Roger, she'll come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
99% less Roger.
I heard that she was she was staying away because she didn't like Roger, so that's why the station made some changes and got rid of Roger.
Yeah.
Oh man,
More Roger. I mean, less Roger, more Dizzy. That was the move for 2025.
Yeah.
Now with more Dizzy.
Yeah.
I would like Roger to go on the cruise.
I would say, what would you say?
My bike
50%, 60% more dizzy?
70% more Dizzy.
70%.
70% more
Yeah.
Dizzy. 99% less Roger.
Right.
That's a station right there. All right, I got to take a break. We're running late. If you want to get through, 800-771-1025. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Galvin, are you familiar with New Shepard Mission NS-31?
No.
New Shepard Mission NS-31 is the next flight for the Blue Origin Amazon Jeff Bezos owned rocket.
Okay. All right.
NS-31 will launch this spring. It'll be the 11th human flight. What will be different about this one than all the other ones?
This one will actually go into space.
No, these are all going into space.
No, not really. The different about this one is they're going to have a German Shepherd on it.
That is not true. Anybody else?
Oh, it will land like the Elon Musk rockets.
I don't know how it lands, but it does land. It comes back. I know that.
I don't
Gio,
know.
any guesses? Carmen, any guesses?
It will not have anyone on it.
No.
It will have a full crew on it. But there is something about that crew that is different.
All female.
All female.
Oceans.
You want to know who those females are?
Ocean Space.
Melissa McCarthy.
Kristen Wiig.
Aisha Bowe, who is a former NASA rocket scientist, entrepreneur, and global STEM advocate. She is the founder of Lingo, and she is going on the flight. Amanda Nguyen is going on. She is a bioastronautics research scientist, and she is the first Vietnamese woman to be going to space. She said, I'm flying for Vietnamese girls to see themselves in the stars.
I wonder if my cousin would be involved. I have a female cousin that's an astronaut. But she
Neither of these are
maybe too
astronauts.
old. Oh, really?
No, this one, the first one
just different
is
people.
a NASA rocket scientist. So I guess she'd be the closest to an astronaut. And then the next one is a bioastronautics research scientist. So neither one are really astronauts. The next one you might be familiar with, Gayle King.
Oh, brother.
Gayle King is a journalist and host of CBS This Morning. She's the editor at large of Oprah Daily and the host of the Gayle King in the House show on satellite radio.
Gayle, you're going to space.
You might be familiar with this next woman going into space.
Oh,
Katy Perry.
Oh, brother.
This is going to be a disaster.
I hope it is a disaster. This is the best news ever if this thing explodes.
But
this
also,
would be great.
What are they going for?
Shatner went up before. Shatner went up, and who else went up with them?
Yeah, this is not where. Remember they had the whole. Remember we had Lance Armstrong on because they had the fake Mars show. This was like this. What this is?
Lance Armstrong was on that show.
It was like that reality show, Life on Mars.
This is not. This is what this is. This is recreational flights to space.
Yeah,
that has been privatized and now allowed for the elite, but they're not. They're just flying people for free right now because they're using famous people. So Katy Perry's going, Gayle King is going, Carrie Ann Flynn is going. Carrie Ann spent the last decade focused on nonprofit work and the film production. In 2024, she produced the film Lily, which portrays the journey of Lily Ledbetter, an American activist whose Supreme Court case led to the passing of the Lilly Ledbetter Fairer Pay Act in 2009. She is going up in the flight. And finally, the last member of the all-woman space flight, fiancée of Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez, is going up into space.
Oh, he's planning something.
Yeah.
It's like
there goes that rocket.
It's like that submarine.
Yeah.
Billionaires
squeeze
blew
it
up.
in.
Yep.
But is this one actually going into space? Because like
they all go on the cusp of space to where you feel the zero gravity.
Not my space.
Yeah, the Shatner one, it was like the outer. It's really just like the upper atmosphere.
Right, because they can't send them into space.
Well, I mean, don't say you're going to space then.
Yeah.
But it is technically space.
That's not.
We're technically in space.
No, we're on Earth.
No, we're in space.
They're not in outer space.
But we're not.
According to people on Mars, we're in space.
No, but we're not. We're still
How you
on
like
our
that?
planet. The people
No.
on Mars aren't in space either. It's in space.
Where
is
is
when you're
Earth?
up.
No.
Where is Earth?
In space.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you're not in space when you're on Earth.
It's
if
like
I jump
you're
in
on
the
the
air,
ground.
if I jump in the air,
It's
no,
like if
because you're
I'm-
still within the gravity. There's still.
if I'm on a boat in a lake, I'm still in the lake, even though I'm on the boat.
right?
It's the same
Right.
thing.
So if you're in a ship in space, you're in space.
But Galvin's in space right now.
Yeah, because we're on
Not
Earth.
in space.
Yeah.
No.
Earth is in space.
Earth is in
And
space.
he's on Earth.
You're
so-
not technically in space until you break a layer.
According to you.
Mm,
If I go on
I
the
don't
cruise
follow
ship,
your rules.
am I
that's
in the ocean?
small-minded view.
Yeah.
That's a small-minded view of things.
Hey, Bailey, when are you technically in space?
She takes too long to answer. I
She
don't
does
believe
not
her.
like you.
You're technically in space when you pass the Kármán line, which is about 100 kilometers or 62 miles above Earth's surface. That's the internationally recognized boundary, though NASA and the US military consider space to start at 80 kilometers,
Yeah,
or
see?
50 miles up.
Fake space.
Fake space.
Fake space.
Not my space.
Nope.
It's not outer space, I'll tell you that.
Sorry, Katy
So-
Perry.
Yeah. I'm in space.
And then Shannon said he didn't even like it when he went.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, it
They're
was
just-
life changing. And Shannon was like, oh, it was all right.
They're just going really high,
Right.
not space.
I wouldn't go.
No, me either.
If they came to me tomorrow and said, we're trying to pull different people from different walks of life, your name came up as a radio host, would you like to go? I'd be like, hell no.
No.
There's no way. I'm going to be like, I have kids and I don't want to be in your rocket. Submarines, implode. Rockets get hit by meteors. I don't want to do nothing.
No, definitely not by choice. No.
You know what I'd say? I'm already in space.
Because you're open-minded.
Yeah.
You're on the boat. You're in the lake. You're on the boat.
Yeah.
Damn it. Bill, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Bill?
Hey, buddy. I wanted to get your guys' opinion of something. I mean, I don't think people realize that the United States is the only country in the whole world that doesn't have a national language.
Yes.
I mean, Woodrow Wilson tried to pass it, but the Senate wrote it down because they thought it would discourage immigrants from coming over to our country. I just don't understand why we don't have a national language.
Because we don't have natural citizens. The only people that were here before us were the Native Americans. So the only language that would make sense for us to adopt would be their language. The other languages came as we came over from other countries. So who's to say that language should be English when there's plenty of people who speak Spanish and French and Italian and other languages? So
Navajo.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it makes sense to us because we speak English, and the majority of the people that we know do. But there's a lot of people that speak Spanish and English that probably outnumber the amount of people that speak English.
But as a society, don't you think we should have one? I mean,
but then what do we
to make it easier?
Okay, so
what communicate?
What is it?
Well, that's what they tried to do. They tried to do Esperanza. They tried to have the international language that everybody spoke.
Right. I mean, that's what you'd have to do. We'd have to adopt a new language. We'd all have to learn a new language.
Right.
You can't just steal English from the English.
Well, we just do Cleon. What the heck,
Yeah. Hey, look. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it.
They're trying to pass bills and introduce bills that would make it the national language, like officially.
English?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Marjorie Taylor Greene,
of course,
the bill,
all
and
the typicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that as the melting pot that we are, that you're ever going to establish a national language, because you can't, for the last 100 years, be inviting everybody to come here, and you're tired and you're poor and you're all these people from all these countries, and then expect us all to speak the same language.
Yeah.
Now, it would be certainly convenient, and I do have a hard time not hiring people who don't speak English, but hiring people who don't speak English to talk to people who speak English. That doesn't seem like it makes sense.
But really, wouldn't it make sense to have a universal language that you speak your own language, whatever, but then you also have, like Esperanto.
But we would all have to learn that language.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But I mean, obviously, we're probably not going to learn it, but moving forward, that would make more sense because it's becoming much more of a global community.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the internet and everything connected and social media and everything like that you would be able to.
What is this Esperanto you speak
Esperanto was some Polish guy tried to invent it, and it was like a phonetic way of speaking and stuff. And they said it was easy to learn and that it would be a universal language.
That's the other thing. English is so hard to learn.
Yeah, English
is so many
really
different,
hard to learn.
So many different words that have double meaning and same words that sound the same but are spelled
spelling,
different.
yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, they say English is one of the most difficult languages to learn.
Well, none of us really have mastered it. To be honest with you, we're not using it right for sure. We all use ain't, and it's not even a word. Don't forget hablo español. Muy bien.
Esperanto is an artificial language created in 1887 by Polish physician Ludwik Zamenhof. His goal was to create a universal language that would help people communicate across ethnic and cultural divides.
Does it give any examples of the language?
Examples of Esperanto. Let's see.
I mean, I could ask Bailey if she speaks Esperanto. She's taking too long to answer today.
Yeah. So hello is Salatan.
Salatan.
Good morning is Bonin Metanon.
So it is all derivative of the languages.
I guess.
Salute. Hello.
Right. Yeah.
Also sounds
thank you is Duncan.
German.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem to make sense.
No. You're welcome is Nie Duncan.
Yeah, it's a lot of German. A lot of
please is bon volu.
Bon volu.
Bon voyage.
A little French sounding there. Yeah, I don't know. So
I don't like it.
No. But it doesn't it make sense? That seems like it's a good idea.
It would be a good idea if we were starting something tomorrow.
It would take generations for it to learn.
Right.
But if you did it now, 2025, by 2050, you have a whole generation of people that are speaking this.
But
Yeah.
also,
Kids.
we did just do the news story that said like Mandarin or Chinese is the most spoken language in the world
Because of the population in
because
China.
because of the population. I get it, but right there, that's the universal language.
No.
Oh,
I don't
because
listen. I don't
the-
agree with it, but I'm just saying because
But the problem you
most-
have is it's contained to that area. It's
Yeah.
contained to the
Right.
to China, and it doesn't make sense outside of China. And there's a whole 90% of the world
Says
outside of China.
English is second.
English is second. It's because English is spoken. English above Spanish, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because people
Spanish
learn
is
English
third.
because of America.
Yeah.
Literally. But it was Mandarin, and it was just that area though, because there was some like caveat to it where it was said it was Chinese, but it's only I forget what it was. It was some in the.
What do you
news
mean?
story
I don't
that
know what you mean though. What was the?
It was English would be number one, but
okay.
because of
But
the
because
Capita,
population,
maybe. Yeah.
right? It was something like that.
According to this, it says 573 million people speak Chinese Mandarin, and then the United States or English is 399 million.
What about Cantonese? Does it say anything about that?
It does not.
Because that's another
So Mandarin more popular dialect
than
of-
Cantonese.
Yeah.
Then it's
Interesting.
Hindi, Russian, French. Spanish
Russian.
is way down the list.
I used to think it
Oh
would
no,
have been,
Spanish is second, third rather.
I
Sorry.
used to think it would be cool to speak Russian. Because in the 80s, we were so afraid of Russia, and I thought, oh, we might have some work to do. over there.
Yeah.
If you could snap your fingers and be fluent in any other language, what would you choose?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Spanish makes most sense.
Yeah.
I thought you were already fluent in Spanish.
Not fluent.
Ah!
Muy bien. Muy bien. Not
Como
fluent.
se dice liar?
Mentirosa. Mentirosa. Hablo español un poquito.
Eh,
Not fluent. Not fluenta.
see.
Influenza.
Not influenza.
Huh.
I knew how to say liar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good.
I'm sure you do. You've heard it so many times.
You're just walking into it.
Yeah. You know how to say fat and liar.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Mentirosa gordo.
Oh.
That is
Joe
not
probably
right.
knows how to say old.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
Joe.
Many different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not your language.
hey.
Mm.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, 800-771-1025 if you want to get in some phone calls before we leave. I don't know if we have time. I was going to give some stuff away, but I think we're running out of time, aren't we?
Yeah, we got 10 minutes left.
10!
Yeah, so we got to take a break, come back, and then do our little 10 minutes.
Oh, all right. Well, let's do that now then. It is the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Galvin, Carmen,
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
are you familiar with Sean William Scott?
Oh, yeah. Stifler.
Yes.
What has Stifler done besides the American Pie movies?
Stifler was in a TV show that was on Fox for a little while. I forget what that was called. Something. It was like one of those mockumentary kind of things, whatever.
Okay.
Where he played like a priest or a reverend or something. He has been in Cop Out with Bruce Willis.
Was that Cop Out?
Was that
I
what
thought
that
that
was
was with
called?
Tracy Morgan. I don't know. But he's been in a couple
He was
movies.
in that though, but like he was he's been in some stuff.
His other great role, Role Models.
Oh
Yeah.
Role Models are fantastic.
That's just a great movie, but like, you know.
Don't look it up, Carmen.
Okay.
What is Stifler worth? Galvin, you don't look it up either.
I'm not looking at it.
What is Stifler worth?
Ooh. See, I'd have to imagine like with those, he has to be doing like something. He's probably like directing or producing or something. So I'd say like 15 million, 20 million.
Okay, Galvin.
I was gonna go a little lower, like 10 to 12.
Stifler is going through a divorce. Sean William Scott revealed he is worth over $30 million
Hey, good for him.
in property and assets and is still earning hundreds of thousands of dollars from the American Pie movie franchise.
Oh yeah.
Those are great movies.
So you got a piece of that, like the back end, whatever. So whatever it's.
He submitted his financial numbers as part of his divorce from his ex-wife, Olivia Korenberg, who is very pretty. 48-year-old Sean William Scott filed for divorce in February and cited irreconcilable differences. The couple has been married since 2019.
By the way, I just thought of another hilarious movie that he's in, The Promotion, with him and John C. Reilly.
I don't remember that.
Where
I
they
remember
work in the
seeing
grocery
it.
store? Yeah. There's
Oh,
a
in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of funny stuff
Yep.
in that. The promotion, if you haven't seen it, check that out.
I forgot about that.
That's good.
He agreed to pay spousal support. They have a child in which they asked for shared custody, joint custody. The ex has settled the divorce in May, and in his financial documents, he explained that he pulls in how much money a month, you think?
Well, a month he's is it 100?
Just on royalties and stuff.
Let's say 75 grand.
$54,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
He said he normally pulls in around 40. He said he also received another $47,400 in royalty payments and $31,685 in interest and dividends. He also earned $140 in residuals last month. He noted that his television show Welcome to Flatch,
that's what it was
canceled by Fox.
Yeah, it was a good show though. It was decent. It wasn't great, but it was,
That was his main source of income.
Yeah.
He said recently he started a new project called Shifting Gears, which is an ABC sitcom with Tim Allen and Kat Dennings.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's got how much in the bank?
Well, if he's worth, would you say?
He's worth $30 million.
He's got cash
in the bank.
I'm going to go $7
million.
Yeah.
It's just only $172,000
Oh.
in cash.
Whoa. Oh, so
Hey, you
he's
don't keep
got
cash.
But
I
another
don't
$12,000 in stocks.
Yeah.
And he could easily sell another $18 million in property that he has.
Yeah. So he sounds like he was pretty smart with his money. You know what I mean? Like he invested, he
Investments
bought property and did stuff.
He said his monthly expense total is $49,739, which includes $15,000 in property tax, $8,000 in homeowners insurance, $8,000 in child care, $1,500 in eating out, $2,000 on utilities, $1,000 on health care, $1,500 on clothes.
$15,000 in eating out per month.
$1,500.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I was going to say that is a
They
lot.
Sorry.
They are really breaking this down. I want to know how they got this much information.
Well, he has to do this
submit
all in his divorce.
Right, but people get divorced all the time, and I don't think I've ever heard a breakdown this exact.
Yeah, this is what they claim the monthly expenses are. So if you say I'm worth $30 million, but only of it in cash, I've only got $200,000. The rest is built up in properties and stuff. And I don't have any income coming from the properties I own. I'm not renting them out or anything like that. And then they say, well, where are you getting your income from? Well, I'm getting it from this TV show and I'm getting residuals, but I'm also paying out $50,000 a month. That's what they got to list is so that she can't say, because now she wants more and it's already cost me $50,000 a month just to live.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying the breakdown is very,
Hearing $900,000 for Shifting Gears. And $1,000 for his work with HBO's right. That can't be right. That's $100,000 for his HBO work on The Righteous Gemstones, and $75,000 for a film called Bad Men, which has not come out yet. $75,000 to be in a movie?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it might be a
small part.
Small part, or just a one day thing, or what's his name? $25,000. Put $25,000 in a paper bag.
$10,000.
$10,000.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Give me cash in a bag. He said he earned how much for a film that could hold on. How much did he earn for Role Models?
Role Models, he got I don't know, man. That's hard to. I'm gonna say it was under $1 million, I bet.
yeah, like 500.
I gotta back this up a little. Okay, so the profit and loss sheet also included income from 2003's American Wedding, the third film in the American Pie franchise. For that third film, Stifler said he earned $317,802, which would be income stemming from a deal that he reached. He also said he earned $95,893 in income for the comedy Role Model.
Wow, under $100,000. I mean,
What?
listen, you're making a movie. It's not like you're digging ditches or anything. You get $100,000.
I mean, that's usually 2 months worth of work.
Yeah.
He spent around $209,000 on professional fees, $3,200 for a voice coach, $153,000 to his agent, $77,000 on an attorney, and $4,500 on security and various other bills.
So his properties are like he made very good investments in his properties.
Well, he's not selling them,
Right,
so they're probably still making them a ton of money, just as they're sitting there.
But I'm just saying, for like the last American Wedding, right? That was the last of the trilogy. That was the most he probably made on those movies as an actor.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he didn't even clear $1 million. And then the role model's less than $100,000. Like, but he's worth $30 million. Like, he has not made that money from his acting career.
No, 18 million of it's in property. It says
Right. 18
million is in property and $200,000 in cash. It seems like he should be worth more now. Before I thought it was less. Now I feel like he should be worth a lot more. I mean, I guess that's pretty good if you know that you just always have it in property for when it's time to retire.
Right. And for what he's been paid, for what he's done,
right,
to have that amount is pretty impressive.
All right, so the amount that he has to pay is, I want to read this all to you. So Olivia was awarded her jewelry, her earnings during the marriage and after, a Range Rover, a coffee table love seat, and a $1 million lump sum from Stifler.
Oof.
Okay. What did she do? What does she do?
I don't know who she is. The exes agreed to share joint legal and physical custody of their child, and Scott agreed to pay how much in child support a month?
Ooh, that's where they get you. So he has to pay 12 grand a month.
The amount was based on Sean's annual income of $1.1 million or $60,000 per month in wages and $13,000 per month interest and dividends and $21,000 in non-taxable income.
I'm going to say 12 grand per month.
I say 30.
Carmen?
Oh, I'm going to go 10.
6.
Oh,
okay.
Stifler got away pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's reasonable. Because it doesn't sound like they live a lavish life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's
and she's not holding his feet to the fire, it sounds like. You know what I mean? Like there's some where
it's amicable.
Like, yeah.
I bet, and I like, again, $1 million lump sum. So and maybe she got like a property or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
So basically the 6,000 is keep the lights on and feed the kid.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you have a kid coming in, even if you hate her, when you have a kid involved, you gotta look out for her, for the kid's best interest. So
it's $200 a day. $200 a day for the kid.
That is, yeah.
That's more than
6,000 a month.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, that's more than enough. Because there's some days it's like you only need $50 for the kid. Some days you need I need 500.
And I'm sure, and they're splitting custody, so that's just her. He's still, taking care of some expenses on his end.
But
when
for those of you
kid.
bitches that thought all you got to do is latch yourself to a famous guy, look what you really got to do just to get $6,000 a month.
I'll take $6,000 a month.
Plus the mill, though.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, she gets a bag. She gets $1 million.
She gets a mill.
She gets a mill
and a coffee table.
And he has to pay $25 grand of her legal expenses.
Yeah.